I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. How y'all doing? What's going on? Auntie Bev Jones, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Hey Gigi, how you doing? Belinda, good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, I just woke up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been up all night, but then all of a sudden when it comes morning time, I'm getting ready to just like go to sleep like hard. And then I'm like, I'm up. Kathy B, how you doing? Unbiased. Been seeing you. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that, but my goodness, man, this morning, as I meditated and thought about the situation, about life, and opened the extended arm of gratitude. And that's what I've been living in gratitude lately. Just like I gotta move in the movement of gratitude. It's just so many things that distract us in life that we get away from gratitude. And I really want us to really focus our minds. I can't speak for nobody else. Let me say, I just don't see it. I don't feel it. You know, sometimes you look to gravitate towards things that you're trying to achieve or places you want to go. And I'm finding it hard to find people just in a gratitude spirit. Just like, I get it. I think subconsciously we all are grateful. But then I'm still like at the side where I'm like, man, are we really grateful? Oh, that's
Hello.
what's up, Gigi?
Good morning.
What you got in your hand? You cutting it early, ain't you?
Squash. I saw it from the window
You
and I
cut
was
my
like, okay,
baby
the cold weather.
early.
The cold weather came in, y'all.
I've been trying to save my
It's
squash.
hoodie season.
And she cut the biggest one.
Yeah, man. It's time to eat it. It's going on the grill
I cut all
today.
around it. What?
What?
You cooking out today?
Oh, you cooking? When I cook?
Oh my goodness, man! I thought you cooking out
It's
today.
on you, babe.
I'm
It's
like,
on you.
I got my baby back. My baby been gone.
Hey, y'all.
Everything been going wrong. Got my baby back, and I'm thinking like,
Ain't
I
nothing
got
been
it
going
going
wrong.
on. Yeah.
Slide a little bit so I can get in here.
Okay.
No, the other way.
Oh, I thought. Okay, gotcha. You trying to get in?
Yes, I'm trying to get in.
I'm trying to get in, and you trying to get in. Conflict of interest, I guess.
Good morning, everybody.
Juicing with Jay.
Hey, what's up, Kelly, bro?
What's up, Juicing with Jay? Cassandra, South Fulton Garden. What's going
Cassandra.
on? Kathy
How you
B.
doing? Hi, Belinda. Good morning.
Do you see my girl? Shy is here.
What's up, Shakira? Hey, Unbiased.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna let me say hey to people?
I was gonna hit the song. I saw Shy.
Hey, Unbiased LLC. How you doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning, family man. How are you doing? Brenda King. Good morning. How you doing? Good to see you. Kathy B, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Make sure. Who's that? Is that my boy?
Don't hype.
Just one of my boys.
Do not hype.
I have not seen my boys in a week.
You could have did that yesterday.
Yeah, I was tired, man.
My baby slept all day.
I was tired. I was like,
come on, man.
Jet lag.
Like, she slept all day yesterday.
Shoot.
Jet lag. You been in, well, one time zone away.
I don't care. My body know what it feels.
We do that time zone every day.
Try to diminish my jet lag.
Come on, man. A 20-minute flight. She talking about jet lag.
All right, 20 minutes.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I was dead tired.
That's what I'm saying, Sean. For real. Even Sean had laughed
Shut
on
up,
that.
Sean. I ain't even seen you yet.
Sean said, come on, man.
Oh my God.
What's up?
Wait a minute. Are we lagging, y'all?
Yeah, we probably lagging bad.
Are we lagging?
Man. I need to move. Do I need to move? Is the internet a little bit slow, or is it really the iPhone over there? I think it's the iPhone.
Is it the iPhone? Let's try the Android then and see if the Android is moving.
Why they name the Android? I just wish they would have came up with a better name.
No, Be Rich. Hey, Be Rich. How you doing?
Rich, man. Man, I saw you. I wanted to respond because I went to sleep by that time you reached out, and I wanted to tell you, man, did they fall off the bone? Just let me know if they fell off the bone.
What happened with Be Rich?
I have to send it to you.
Oh, okay.
Did they fall off the bone? That's all I'm gonna ask you. That's all. Did they fall off the bone? I got to tighten up with my mustard game, man. I'm not hitting it. I'm not hitting it like that. But nevertheless, everything is good. And I was talking before you walked up.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry about what? I'm saying I was just talking, baby.
Wait, why are you touching my tangerine?
Because I wanted to get a piece of your ring.
Oh, okay, Be Rich.
All right, Be Rich. All right.
Okay.
You got to season up.
Okay.
Now that Gigi gonna cook today, I might have to inspire her.
I wasn't cooking.
I hadn't been so close to nobody in about a week like this, and it's kind of weird.
I had some of the greatest chefs.
Okay,
outside from your food.
Hold on. This is Eco Nation News, and welcome to Eco Nation News. Right?
Welcome.
Hold on. Welcome to Eco Nation News. Right now, with Eco Nation News, we bring you news that maybe you can or maybe you can't use, but welcome on in. Now, as we go through this Eco Nation News, we're going to share a little bit about our news and the world news overall. So let us start with Gigi Natural.
What?
Gigi Natural has been gone for quite some time, right? I got to set this thing up.
I was only
Gigi Natural has been gone for quite some time, right? She has come back and returned to us, the Eco Nation, right? Now, what she's going to do, she's going to share with us a little bit about her journey, where she went, and what's going on. You were doing it. So let me introduce it. I introduce you now to Miss Beautiful Gigi Naturals. Wait, Gigi's or Gigi? Gigi's. Gigi Naturals.
Listen.
Homestead.
So it's warming up. It's warming up today. Listen, it was so cold last night, y'all. We were freezing.
She snugged out to me, y'all. I'm like, dog.
Look, don't do that.
Oh,
don't even do that. Don't even do that. Because I'm trying to get close to him, and he's talking about he worried about a little bit of cold that he might feel from my skin at first, and I'm like, it's gonna heat up. Anyway,
lovely. I'm not gonna say that word.
Welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you all for being
here. Tim, what's going on?
Hey Tim, how you doing?
Bless up, y'all. Tell us about what happened now. Don't dance around.
I had to go to Miami on business, and
they ain't got nothing on the house.
See, and you opened it. If I would have opened it, it would have been sweet. Okay. But you opened it. It was mine to open.
I don't think I'll never open up a piece of fruit again.
I even snuck these on the plane and everything. You know?
That's why they tart. You sneaker, man. All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead and tell about your story.
Well, tell us about anyway, I was in Miami on business.
Okay.
And
Grace Kynes, how you doing?
Hey, Miss Grace, how you doing? But I had to make sure that I snuck in some time to go and scout out some neighborhoods, a couple of beaches, and to just look at some things because I was having too great of a time. Like,
now, where you went now? Where you went?
What do you mean?
When you went on your trip?
I just said I went to Miami.
Oh, okay.
I went
and you snuck.
And I snuck
away. You went to Miami. You snuck away.
And I went to Fort Lauderdale.
Gotcha.
Beach. Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Okay.
I mean, all the cities kind of run together. Fort Lauderdale didn't kind of run together, but I made an executive decision.
That's a big. Okay.
To take a drive to Fort Lauderdale Beach because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
I had Auntie Bell.
I just wanted to get
drop the link,
out
Auntie
there.
Bell.
I wanted to get to some water. I needed some sand and some water. If I was going to be that close to all those palm trees. Oh, they had one. I was in Sunrise, and they had a really great mall.
Drop the link, y'all.
See something? Y'all
want to come in?
I don't know. I can't remember the name of it, but they had a really great mall.
Miss Shirley, how you doing?
Over in Sunrise. Hi, Miss Shirley.
Oh, gee.
And you know, I was able to.
What's up, Veggie?
Hey, Vision, how you doing?
Veggie.
Oh, Veggie. You know I can't see. I'm just going off of
you.
You
need vision. I said Veggie. I don't know. You talking about you going off me? How you gonna blame me for you?
Hey, Veggie farming.
See, that's the thing, y'all. Husband, be prepared. If things don't go the right way, be man enough to take it.
I mean,
man, I'm at fault at all, baby. I'm just glad to have you.
I'm glad.
Glad to have you back.
I'm glad. I'm really glad.
Well, man, that's serious right there. Did you?
What?
You say you glad? Like
I'm glad. What you want me to say? I'm glad.
You should be
and
like.
So,
I'm just.
Why you touching my hair?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up.
Yeah. But
never take that woman hair.
Not on live.
Miss Native Cherokee.
Hey, Miss Native, how you doing? Sawgrass, yes, Miss Brenda. It was Sawgrass, the Sawgrass Mall.
Oh, I thought y'all was talking about some grass that you saw.
Will you let me?
Oh, my bad.
Tell you put me up here.
Gotcha.
To tell about this, and then you just keep interrupting. I just don't understand it. Wives, just be ready.
Really? That's what we're gonna do right now.
When you're consistently interrupted by these men, these modern men. But
look, don't bring the Ike out of me now. Don't bring the Ike. Anime. Don't bring the Ike out of me.
But the Sawgrass Mall was very nice. It was huge. It was humongous. I think it took me like 30 minutes to walk across one side of that.
Oh,
I'm just gonna leave.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna leave. And so, you know, I got a little bit lost because it was so big. And so I came on back and you know, went to get something, to get some dinner. I had a couple of days that I went out to dinner and had experienced some really nice dinners. And oh my gosh, that Texas de Brazil. So that was the most expensive salad bar I've ever paid for in my life.
Salad bar? That's all you ate was salad?
No, I didn't just eat salad, but they also, like, you know, you start with the salad bar. They have a salad bar, which is incredible. They also have a hot food area that you can go to and grab other things, you know, rice or they had like they had anyway, they had so much stuff out there. Of course, they had the sauteed mushrooms, and it was just a great variety of food that they had available for the hot side and as well, you know, the salad bar. And then they had these very well-dressed men coming around.
What?
Yes, they had these very well-dressed men who were servers.
You said you had servers
who were
well-dressed men. I mean,
who were coming around, and they had like meat on these skewers, these long skewers, and they had like grilled the meat, and they would come around and just like slice it off for you. And oh my God, it was just the flavors. Like I was in flavor heaven. There were so many flavors from different types of things. So it was all he heard was men, and now he is just totally stuck. He's just totally stuck.
Dressed.
Yes, very well dressed.
Sawing off some meat, heavily flavored. Yeah, and serving. I heard a lot. I heard
Yeah.
a heck of a lot.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was
Yeah.
very nice. That was a very nice
Happy
restaurant.
Mac, how
So
you doing?
I was happy. I was like, I was living my rich life for lunch that day, and I was just as happy as I could be. And the service was amazing. So if you
Oh,
ever find one
that's
of
my friend
those
right there.
locations,
Look at her.
then you can definitely enjoy yourself thoroughly at the
There she go.
Texas de Brazil. I'm sure they are like a chain, but I've never seen one before, and that was my first experience with one. Auntie Bev Jones, good morning. How are you
Auntie
doing?
Good
Beth.
morning, good morning, good morning, GG and Eco and Chat. Good morning. So, Gigi, you got me up
Yes.
and halfway ready, but I had to come on because I'm like, Gigi done dip to the
She went in your neck of the woods.
yeah,
She went
Gigi.
in your
I'm
neck of the woods.
like,
You're supposed
man.
to know about that. You need to check your click. You need to check it.
I
Because you're
was
supposed to know about that.
How she gonna text me like halfway through the trip? Like,
Oh, yeah?
like, I didn't know you were
Yeah. She went to the
yeah.
South.
I, I mean, Gigi just low key sneaked out on us and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the G Tribe knew where I was at. I let some people know where I was at.
Hey,
I feel some kind of way about
I
G-Tribe.
rep the G
I
tribe. I
said,
rep the G
I thought G-Tribe real.
tribe.
You were in
Yeah,
there.
I rep the G tribe. Sorry guys for my appearance, but I had to come on because I was like, I got a bone to pick with Gigi. And
Um,
it's not the bone that the puppy twins eat either.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was looking at. That's what kind of caught my attention. Eco and Gigi, my son is in need of a kidney transplant.
Mm.
Would you mind if I put out some info for donations? Absolutely, absolutely
So
do
if you
that.
can just drop it in the chat, like the link or what have you, and
I
then
don't know if she's gonna be able to drop
okay,
a link like that. But if you want to send me a quick email,
yeah,
ggnhomestead at yahoo.com, then I can post the link for you.
yeah, yeah, do that.
And
ggnhomestead at yahoo.com, and I'll
Many
grab it and
blessings to
post
you
the
too, and
link for you.
as well as your son.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, listen, you have my prayers because I understand one of my best friend's daughters just went through a heart transplant. And so I understand, where you all are, in a sense. I
Yeah,
understand where you all are, but that's like my little baby too. So I get it, and definitely will be willing to support you on that.
trying to go down and see if she put anything.
and thinking about you all, Belinda. I don't
Yeah.
know you
Yes, for sure.
personal. Yeah, I don't know you personally, but I do know. I just heard a lady who said when she was 51, she donated her kidney to her niece,
Mm,
and this is relevant to what Belinda is going through because she said that she she found out during that donation that if she did not match her niece's kidney, she was able to put the kidney on, get put on a list, a waiting list, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, in that list, when one person matches, you can trade your kidney to the other family that you don't know for the kidney that works for your relative. And I
mhm.
was like, so I don't know if that's something that can help or if they put you on that list, but uh, I, that's a person I follow on Instagram, and she had gone through it uh, again at 51 years old, and she came through it well, and her relative was able to find a kidney that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm. So I don't. I mean, this is not suggesting that somebody put up their kidney, but if you know of someone who was willing to put up their kidney, then getting on that list could help you find a match quicker, according to what this lady was
Absolutely.
saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
All
so
right.
back to Gigi for a moment. I saw
Mm-hmm.
the
I'm glad you're
video.
going back there. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video, and I was a little
Preach,
bit
sister.
taken back
Mhm.
that you were
You
down
got a
there with.
you could tell she got a sermon. You could tell why she started. She got a sermon to teach. Go ahead and teach, sister. Don't
No.
interrupt me, sister. Go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
auntie.
I was a little taken back, and then I mean, I was happy for you, so I was completed. I was
I
like,
I mean,
she
preach.
look, look. I was like, she's rolling by the beach that I like, and all the big, hard, well-grounded, well-rooted palm trees that I love.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
strong
Well, you
palm
scared me for a
trees.
minute. Yeah,
I
yeah.
Yes,
mean, big, strong.
strong
You said I scared you for a minute.
palm.
Big, strong, royal palm
Yeah,
trees.
Royal.
I'm gonna have to drop
Yeah.
this right quick.
He about to kick you out.
Both of y'all, actually. Yeah, this Eco
I
Nation News.
mean, the
Yeah,
strong.
y'all playing with words now. I'm just
Hey,
telling you.
but I did think about Rob because if you go over on his page, there's a message from Auntie Bev Jones saying you're holding it down and you're doing a great job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a message over there. So we were thinking about you too, Eco.
That sound afterish. That really sound afterish.
Sound
Yeah,
afterish to you?
afterish. Yeah, that sound like, you know, the palm trees, the big strong palm trees. But at least I got, yeah, okay.
Some props.
Nevertheless,
You
nevertheless.
got your props in there, Eco.
Yeah,
Hey
yeah.
guys, and Eco, while Eco is talking, hey, his Bahamian self, I mean, he knows about South Florida.
You're right about now.
That's what she trying
That's
to
what
do
she
to me.
trying to do. She trying to gas me up right about now.
I mean,
Yeah, I
he
know a little.
knows.
I know a little bit about South Florida. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
spent quite a few
mean, those
summers.
his family roots.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
My father's way aside, and my mom, both of them. I just believe that once you grew up in the South and your family grew up in the South, especially Georgia, most of my family either they migrated south or north, and
yeah.
I think during the '40s, uh, quite a bit of my family they transitioned south, and then some of them did up in like north. But yeah, we had quite a bit of foothold. We still got a lot of fam down there, but the ones I really were connected with, they they a lot of them they older now or they have passed away. But I spent quite a bit of time in South Florida, especially Miami area. But it wasn't like the beachy areas. It was more like the Overtown, Liberty City.
To put up
Um,
or shut up area.
yeah. It was more like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but it was good. Had some fun times down there. What's up, Juan? What's going on? How y'all doing?
I want Perez.
Juan
I can't
Perez,
see the
Grand
chat.
Rising to
Hi,
you too.
everyone.
Good, my brother.
Yeah, yeah. I can't see the chat.
Okay.
So, Miss Belinda, don't worry about that. We got Dad plays. Are you familiar with Dad?
Who?
Dad. All right, Dad. We're gonna
Show yourself. Show
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Show
You got
yourself.
we're gonna bring you up, but I gotta see something more than Dad. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that is. Never seen you before
Yeah,
in our live stream. So show yourself
yeah. If you want to come
so
up,
we can
y'all gotta show
see.
y'all self
Oh, and
now.
it switched to Elf World Boy.
F World Boy. Okay. What's
I
up?
don't know. I'm kind of skeptical about this one.
Yeah. Show yourself. Show yourself. Put in the chat what you buy. Yeah. But
Set you
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, speaking of show yourself, so
mhm.
I said Gigi something because
Yeah, I think that's a. Um, hold on.
I
Let me
got
let
it.
me take
I
care
got
of
it.
that.
Go ahead and
okay.
she's
Yeah,
talking
I
to you.
sent
I
Gigi
got this.
something because I'm new to maneuvering my way around YouTube. And yeah, they sometimes people say nice things on your page, and then when you go to their page, it has words like M Fuka, something like that. M Fuka. And then when you decode it, it's saying something really bad. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, why do people have time to do that? You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is a
They
fun
make
page.
time. They make time. So we're in the age of attention. I'll do anything and everything to get attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter about how it looks. They just want
mhm,
the likes. They
right,
just
right.
want the likes. There's no integrity. There's none of that type of stuff anymore. So
Well,
yeah, we
thank
gotta
you all
scroll.
for having a fun page. So we appreciate that.
Absolutely. Nah.
And I mean, this is off topic, and I'm gonna stop so that you all can get on with your news. But
No,
uh,
no, no. You go ahead. You go ahead, my
I
sister.
enjoyed seeing the twin puppies.
Really?
And we're waiting on another story because I like that story
Oh,
that
I thought you
Eco
meant
made.
another twin.
Yeah, for the twin puppies.
Yeah,
And
Happy Mac, you
and we
absolutely right.
Yeah, we got a whack a troll in here.
Yeah, and they
Happy
keep
Mac
popping
see,
said
up, but it's all good. It's all
they
good.
ain't getting up here.
They ain't
That's
getting
all
up
we
here.
know.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, all I'm doing is just letting them use their energy. You know what I'm saying? And this energy that I'm sending to them, they ain't liking it because they keep
yeah,
coming. They ain't got nothing else to do.
All right.
yeah,
So what you got?
that's
What you got,
okay.
Eco Neighbor?
What I have. First of all, we talked about Gigi going on her rendezvous, and then we also we had the
She
twins.
was
Let's talk about the
good.
twins. The twins, they have been pretty good. They have been growing like crazy. As you all know, they are more of a in a hunting mood right about now. They whatever moves, whatever goes, they trying to chase it. So they're getting that adolescence age right now. They're getting a little bit more aggressive with their play fights, but
Yeah.
then at the same time, um, we're building them. We're letting them explore and get more confident in their area so that they understand that this is their area. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Now we've had over the last few weeks, we had quite a few guests, and they have done excellent.
Really?
They're listening to how we respond to the guests versus like like what
Go ahead.
what you laughing about? They watching how we respond to the guests versus like the first they alert, they're cautious, but then they like okay, they relax, so we relax.
Oh,
And
okay.
then there was like maybe one guest that we was like cautious. Would you say cautious? Yeah, I would
I
say.
mean, I wasn't like overly cautious
Well, maybe
because I see the guests.
I came out
I
and
see the guests all the
yeah,
time, when I'm
that
here. So
particular guest,
they don't like him.
I understand why, but
What?
um, but anyway, that particular guest, they was like,
I don't know if it's just man in uniform kind of thing, but
no,
they
it's
don't they
multiple
don't
reasons
like
why
it.
they probably
So
not because that,
Shaka's hair was standing up on the
yeah,
back of his
yeah,
What?
his saddle and everything. Yeah, he
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like this one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got a feeling too where I kind of relate to Shaka on that one, for various reasons. But
Shaka
at
was
the
like,
same
that's a
time,
because
bad
he's a
vibe,
man.
boy.
huh?
Just
Don't
because
do
he's
that.
a man.
Don't do that.
What?
I ain't no man basher. I hater. Don't do that. You know, I have a problem. Let me be honest with you. For y'all husbands, y'all can understand this. Um, in order, in order to maintain a kingdom and keep a kingdom, sometimes you have to uh, be attentive to types of
Oh
situations, right?
gosh.
In order to maintain order, you have to be attentive to certain situations.
Yes.
And the thing is, in order to have a kingdom, you must have a queen, right? In order to have a queen and raise a village, you must have kids and what have you. You know what I'm saying? So when you obtain a queen, you obtain a great thing, right? In order to obtain a queen, you got to maintain a queen, right? You gotta fulfill the needs of the queen. You gotta fulfill the expectations. You gotta protect. You gotta provide. You gotta do a lot of different things, right? But then you also got to keep negative forces away, right? Because they come in various ways. Even some things are not according to the queen's pleasure, but they still come. And what you do is you meet it head on, right? And you just got to go ahead and just address those issues when they come.
That man was so nice. What are you talking about?
Absolutely. Yeah. And the man don't say 2 words to me, but sometimes I could be in the backwoods and I hear some talking and laughter, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then I walk up, oh, it's this guy that don't speak to me, but he comes on my property, and I'm like, okay, all right. And then I have grabbed packages out of this individual hand multiple times. He never introduced himself, but all of a sudden, when he don't know that I'm here and I walk up and he just so happened to be in the midst of a conversation, he want to introduce himself to me. Oh, by the way, I'm such and such. Glad to meet you. I know we kind of. I'm like,
Man, it's just a delivery man.
what are you delivering?
So
Get moved.
if the
Get
twins,
rocked.
if the
Get
twins'
rocked.
hair stood up, I'm with the twin on that.
I'm trying to tell you. I mean, we understand life. We understand what happens. You know what I'm saying? Some things go over smooth, and some stuff kind of like, okay, it is what it is. But at the same time, nevertheless, we maintaining over here, and we maintain an order over here by all means necessary. And some people,
And the boys to back you up. The boys to back you up.
yeah, if yeah, they're just like accessories. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
the
saying?
boys were just they were
Yeah.
just trying to protect Gigi. So they they ran up and I was like, hey, come back. And they listened. They
Oh,
came back, but
good.
they went up again and was just like, but because they're so small, he's not as afraid yet.
Right.
Look
into the future, my friend.
Even though Musa
Oh,
was still trying to like get at his hand kind of thing.
Yeah.
He was still like,
But
hey,
we had
buddy.
multiple other guests, right? And those other guests, man, they were just phenomenal.
Yeah.
We had one. I don't think they ever seen like a small person. They saw the
Yeah,
small
little
person, it kind of throw
kids.
them off.
Yeah.
And we had to let them know, hey, they're not like a part of the pack or anything like that. We're not going to establish dominance over a small human. So
Yeah.
right.
I was expecting the opposite with small humans, but
No, I wasn't. That's why I didn't want those kind of dogs because that's what I always read that they're just not great for kids.
what happened?
So trust the fur kids. Yes, they know a person's real energy. Yeah, we know.
Can you leave that up there just a little bit?
Oh.
And dogs are not the only one that understands energy either. I understand energy very well.
She didn't just say they know. Wait, let's see if she.
She said they know, and she said
Yeah.
it in all caps.
No,
They
she said
know.
they know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And Eco, no.
Yeah,
Was adversarial versus welcome. So
Yeah, we got it.
so
yeah.
you good.
But
She
All
trying
right.
to get me to move on.
What
One
you
minute,
got,
let me go.
Eco?
I don't have anything today.
No, yes, you
so
do.
We got
that's the fur twin news. Oh,
yeah.
what happened to the chicks? I've been missing stuff. Sorry,
Oh,
chat.
are the
I've
little
been
chicks
missing
still
stuff.
They
alive?
still percolating.
Wow.
They
Oh,
still
okay.
I'm
going.
surprised.
And I know pecking order is something very mean, boy. Pecking order is something serious, right? But the pecking, I mean, watching chickens tells us what happens in life, right? I mean, you got Sean that's trying to command everything
Yeah.
and regulate everything, but at the same time, certain chicks come through and it shows he don't regulate nothing. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, we're watching these chicks. We're watching 2 hens, mainly one, really protect the chicks. And I would tell you, these new chickens that we have, they don't play as mothers. They don't play the record. They will not let no foolishness. The other chickens, they were more like trying to be a part of the community, and whatever happens, happens. But these chickens here, they don't play. They be like, you can do whatever you need to do, but you're not gonna touch my babies. So
Yeah.
they have been
There's a big
maintained.
chicken. There's a big chicken town.
Yeah. Like really.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about that whole situation is that each chick is a little bit different, and we have to just really kind of embrace that. So what else you
So,
got
so
going
I'm,
on?
I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand.
Okay.
Okay.
I saw a video on at Eco Nation. on Eco's page where the chicks, did I see the chicks get a fruit platter and the dip?
They got a vegetable platter. Yes, they did
Oh,
get
a
a vegetable
vegetable?
platter. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Uh,
I believe in giving, like, I believe in, like, I don't know, treating my animals, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to use that word animals. I like whatever's around me to be able to enjoy life sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And they enjoyed it. I mean, they got
Yeah.
everything. They end up eating every single thing.
Hey, Daisy
The,
girl,
What's
how
up,
you
Daisy?
doing? I'm so sorry you were sick.
Uh-oh.
Yes, absolutely. God is good. God is good. Thank you. I'm glad you're
Glad you
here. I'm
better.
glad you are feeling better.
Definitely.
Good
But
to see you always.
yeah, those chickens, man, they are phenomenal on top of that. So what's been going on over at Auntie Biz? I seen you still kicking out the videos and everything. What's going on
yeah.
with you?
Well, Aunt Bees is doing good on the homestead. People sew, crochet, do all those different things. I am really into hats. I think I mentioned that before, and uh, I'm trying to go ahead and roll with this winter, this stuff that's coming as far as the cold.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I talked to my people in New York yesterday. I was able to sell 6 hats yesterday. Uh, and so I'm putting out Phase fashion shorts over on Aunt B's Homestead. Uh,
Phase.
and
Phase fashion shorts.
Okay.
How you
yeah,
doing,
Phase fashion.
Brittany?
What's
Yep.
Thank
what's
you,
up, Brittany?
Unbiased, for
Welcome.
sharing
Thank
out.
you, Unbiased. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all sharing. You know, we got a lot of people that shares out the video, and then they also provide beautiful content as far as comments and different things like that. Thank you so much for everything that you do,
Thank
and we
you.
really appreciate that. I mean, that's a big thing. I watch a lot of large channels, and they won't even share it or hit like. So just the fact that you all do that for us, we really, really
Yes.
appreciate that, man.
Yes.
Most
Yes.
definitely, most definitely. Now,
Yeah.
what we're getting into right now, so we're gonna go into our dialogue, right? What we're getting into is we're getting into cooler weather. And
Mm-hmm.
as we transition to cooler weather, what are you all are doing to prepare yourselves for this cooler weather? Because they say that El Nino is out here, and I still sometimes don't understand that terminology, whether it El Nino comes up, it goes to sleep, it wakes up. I don't really understand that, but I think it's a term that we can embrace, and we can just understand that there's a weather pattern system that is coming through, and it just has a name so we can associate it with. But right now we're getting colder temperatures that are sweeping down. And the crazy thing, some of y'all don't even believe me, but understand this.
They're so wild.
And they tearing down my um watermelon and my
Oh,
um
brother.
hold on for 1 second, y'all. Let me check these, yo.
Oh no, not getting at the
Ran
watermelon.
away. Yeah, we only got what, 2 pomelos on there, and they are just wild. And all they're doing is playing, but they're
Yeah.
just wild. They're so strong, and they run into each other and just attack each other like crazy.
Just like
So
little like brothers do. Like
yes, 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 that's exactly. Why is what, did something happen? Like, I feel like, can you see me?
your screen went, well, you went
Oh, I thought
dark.
it went okay. I think just because the sun is rotating around,
Oh, okay.
it kind of did that.
Okay. Because I
All
was
right.
gonna say I still see the background clearly.
Yes, y'all are awesome. Totally awesome. Happy back. And we appreciate it. All right.
All right, so that's good. Yeah, I can see the faces clearly.
Okay. That's enough.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
enough.
that's good right there. I can see
You
you.
hit the high pitch on me. That's all.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
All right. That's better.
yeah.
Yeah, the sun is rotating around that way, so
Temperatures
it just
rising,
moved behind the trees. But
your
anyway,
body's calling.
stop.
You were talking about the cold. You were talking about the cold too, right? The cold
Yeah, he was
comment.
talking about the cold. So go ahead.
Yeah. So what we have is right now we in transitioning to the part where we have to go ahead and make sure we have our propane taken care of. We have to make sure that we have our wood secured. This is the time where I can win on the homestead in preparation for next year. Um, I am going to be in cleanup mode. And what I mean by cleanup mode, I'm talking about outside cleanup mode where, as you all know, the land has a lot of down trees. It was timberland before we acquired it. And over the years, if anybody knows anything about harvesting timber,
It's so wild. They just playing, but they just so
it's like
wild.
I'm watching football without paying for it.
They
You know
have
what I'm saying?
so much energy.
I'm like, they tackling each other, they slide
And
on their face
one will
and
be
everything.
coming, one will be just minding his own business coming, and then the other one will just come in and
Full
just
speed.
boom, like full speed
I'm
ahead.
like, yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry. You can't help but
Hey,
be
Sunday
distracted
backyard farmer.
sometimes when you just watch. I mean, they coming in full speed, and then all of a sudden one just
Boom, like,
tackle them. And I'm like, they slide like 5 and 6 feet, right? And I'm like, then they get up and act like nothing going on. You know, I'm like,
they just keep on
it is
doing
what
it.
it is. Sunday, what's going on, man? I enjoyed that trip to the to the junkyard. I shouldn't say junkyard, to the scrap yard, to the recycle facility. I enjoyed that. I was sitting there and I had to watch that a couple of times, man. I do that quite often sometimes too, but we don't have enough of them now. You know, now a lot of them are gone. So yeah, much love to you, Sunday.
So the question on the table is, what are y'all doing to prep for the cold weather?
What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing out there?
What about you, Auntie Bev?
What you doing, Auntie?
So some time ago, probably, I think it's over a month ago, one of the YouTube quilters that I follow gave, well, sent me some stuff, and I am working on making that quilt. At first, it was a summer quilt because we're in Florida, and I like to make it light, a light top. But I'm thinking about adding some layers to it because right now I have to wear my for you all who are in the chat, I can't see you, but
A
I
vision.
have
Hey,
to wear,
Vision.
yeah, but I do have to wear my uh beanies. I wear the thin beanies to bed just to keep my head from being cold at night. And then
Okay.
because the temperature drops at night. So what
So
I
you
think I'm
wrapping you literally wrapping up.
yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm wrapping my head
Oh, you
in
have.
beanies. Yes. I'm
Oh,
wrapping my head.
that's cool. I actually need one. If you could,
Yeah, I'm wrapping my head in beanies at night.
let
And
me know
I'm
how much.
thinking of the pajama type beanies. Uh, so I'll get the PJ type beanies to answer your question about what I'm doing for the cold weather. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm
So
going to get some warm pillowcases. I'm going to make some warm pillowcases.
Yeah.
that
So
makes sense. I mean, now think about this, y'all. We know that the economy is very tight right now, as far as us making ends meet. We know that there's cold weathers that's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to be thinking about things that we can do right now to prepare ourselves. Because one thing that Auntie Bev said is, in order to not utilize a bunch of energy, what she's doing is she's making sure she bundles up herself so she don't have to use a lot of that energy. This can be very, very like instrumental into securing and allowing you to save resources, to save money that you can utilize for other things like food. And then we know shelter prices are going up. We know that energy prices are going up. So think about these things and we can prepare now while we're comfortable for those things in the future. So that's excellent, Auntie Betty.
I wanted to. I keep going back to Happy Mac talking about this solar air heater, putting solar air heaters back together. Now, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I didn't realize that there were solar air heaters available. So I'm definitely going to be going to look for one of those. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
because
and
if we can be we could be
Utilize our
utilizing
solar to heat.
solar
Yeah.
versus always just propane. I know at some point during the night it gets cold enough to where we have to turn on the furnace in the RV, but if we can get as much time as possible off of the sun, then we definitely need
most
to
definitely.
do that.
And this is the thing.
Thank you, Daisy girl. Thank you
Hey,
so
Daisy
much for
girl,
the
thank
super
you. I
sticker.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you so much.
The thing is, it takes so much energy to heat too. If you run a heater or electric heater, we can't do that on our situation. We have one, but we got to fire up the generator to be able to do that.
And we have we have a little buddy, and then we have the larger buddy.
Yeah, and then we got a
heater
blower too.
with the one with the blower.
That's freaky, man.
Feel like your hands licked.
Don't like it. Don't like it. No.
Musa is showing him some love.
Oh my goodness. I'm just chilling. I ain't bothering nobody, man. You just come licking my hand, man.
All right, so Miss Nada said bringing in all her tropical trees and plants.
Wow.
Indoor jungle time. Yeah. I love to see that though, Miss Nada.
You remember we used to do that,
Yes.
when we used to bring in all our plants and then change the whole way our living room or main area look.
And then just the bird of paradise trees that we used to always buy to put in there. We always love that tropical look inside. So
now don't sleep on your windows and your doors too, fam.
Yes.
Make sure that you find ways. Do me a favor. Close up, shut off all the lights, close all the windows, put all your blinds up, and look for leaks. Go around and look for leaks. If you shut everything down and you go window by window, door by door, look for your leaks in your home. These are different simple ways that you can save quite a bit if you just seal up some of those leaks.
That's so true.
Caulk is your friend.
Yeah.
Caulk is your friend.
Yeah.
And also the weather strip. Little weather, the foam weather strip. We just sealed our doors with white foam weather strip that I didn't think was gonna work, but I have a machinist here and it worked well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the sound too, it'll help with the sound too as well.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah. And we've been kind of having some, I guess, blankets or light sheets up even during the summertime to try to keep some of the heat from the outside out. So we try a lot of different stuff as well. Be Rich said I'll be attempting to winterize a few of my pepper plants. And you can do that. And actually I've done that. I actually did a video on overwintering peppers. But and it worked pretty well. Now some of them, like from my experience, on the second year, some of them are not as productive as the first year. So, it just kind of depends on which pepper it is. And then there were some, like my jalapenos was just like, bring it. Let's go. Like, let's do it. And then there were, let me see, what was it? It was it's one of the really hot ones that stayed until the cold season. It just, like, around this time, it started to grow back. And it basically overwintered itself. You need to come over.
Shift over. Yeah, of course.
And don't forget, Aunt B's Homestead, we cook over there. Don't forget to roll over to your winter foods, those potatoes, the stuff that grows under the ground.
Oh yeah.
Roll over to that food, because your body, God has it made to where our bodies we have everything we need if we follow the planting cycle. When you plant those potatoes and it's time to harvest those potatoes, around that time it's time to start eating those things because the weather's changing. So when you
and we were talking about that. We actually had that conversation last week that we're gonna get to a point eventually where we have to eat in season. We have to eat whatever is in season at the time, because you know there's so much stuff that's getting put on our fresh fruit and vegetables. They're being trucked in from different other places in South America and all of those places where they can just continually grow. They're getting trucked in from there, and we're eating stuff out of season. And they have to preserve it in order for it to last for that period of time. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just thinking delayed gratification. We've gotten out of the delayed gratification. It's almost like right now I want some watermelon, so we go to the store and we find watermelon. Right now I want some guava, whatever. And this is what we do. It's almost like now we slowly moving towards living off our land, right? Because everything is new right now. And I'm so proud of the progress and what we've accomplished within this year. But now we're starting to shift a lot of our resources where we utilizing these resources on the land, right? And it makes you embrace. Like, do you remember when you used to have certain smells in the fall, in the spring, in the summer? And
now I'm smelling like pumpkin all year. Instead of just in the winter time.
And so it makes life where it's not so mundane and everything. When you say, okay, we know we're going to eat certain foods this time of the year.
Yep.
We know we're going to have certain fruits this time of year. We know certain herbs going to bloom, and we're going to have certain colors and different textures. And it makes life just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And it allows you to look forward from season to season. And I want to go back to that, to the part where before we bought this property, when we had our other property, we literally were eating out of our own yard. And it was like a lot of stuff we didn't buy. We bought sideline stuff at the stores, but we actually ate everything that we wanted from off our land, which is it's a beautiful thing.
I know we didn't show a lot of stuff this year. But we still been growing,
we still growing too.
And we just I just pulled this one.
She pulled a little too early for me because I've been baby. I literally looked at that thing yesterday.
But he's not going to eat it. I'm going to be the one to eat it. So
I want to get a little bit fatter.
What is it? I can't tell what it is.
It's a light skin
This
squash.
is a spaghetti. Stop.
I'm sorry.
This is a spaghetti squash.
Okay.
And it is delicious on the grill. So what I do to it is I just cut it in half. I remove the seeds from it, and I season it with pepper, with some Celtic salt, with some smoked paprika, some butter, some garlic, that kind of thing. And on the grill, oh my gosh, it is amazing. It is just amazing.
What did Bamboo say? I saw something.
Rambo.
That's Rambo.
I'm sorry, Rambo. I'm sorry, Rambo. My eyes are playing tricks on me right now. That's why I couldn't tell what her squash was. But
that's a him.
What did he say? I'm sorry.
Rambo said
I was saying I couldn't tell what your squash was.
I got you.
Yes.
He said, in the future, I hope we can tap in the nature heating in the earth on a cheap. Then we could save money on that gas bill. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to do it yourself because, they're not gonna do it for you.
And I really don't understand why we take things from nature. It costs more money than it does. But I understand why, because they don't want you to utilize those resources because you don't have to depend on the maintenance and upkeep of it.
Yeah.
One thing that amazed me that Rambo was talking about, I looked at when I used to do landscaping, I used to do yards. I watched they use that heat, and when I used to go to the landfills, and then when the basically the waste decompose, it creates this heat, and they had vents coming out the earth, and it was like you could literally warm up. Like when I was working in the wintertime, you could go over there and like literally warm up by the vents that were coming out of the ground. And I was like, wow, that's something major, right? And there's so many things you can explore if you really want to on your land too. That's another
Yes.
good thing about having your land, not having no ordinance and none of that kind of stuff.
What's up, Wayne? How you doing?
Wayne,
Says
what's
Grand
going on?
Wide
Good to see you,
Rising
man.
Eco Neighbor purchased another Vivor heater. 2 now.
See?
Filled
Last year.
propane heater tanks, backup heat, 2 cords of firewood, electric blankets, buying another 5,000 watt lithium battery. Listen,
Wayne be on it,
Wayne is
Wayne be on it.
always on it. Always on it.
He keep talking about all the supplies he got. I'm gonna have to put a little spot on the land to say this is Wayne's world. Right here.
Okay.
It's Wayne's world.
Wayne's
right
world
here,
over here.
Yes.
Let's see. Hey, Stealth 222, how you doing?
What's
Thank
up,
you
Steph?
for that blessing with those 333s. They make low voltage devices with a heating element that you can place in a pot or a mug and use to boil water for hot drinks. That's a good one.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why that's doing that. That ain't good.
Okay, there we
There it
go.
is. Okay.
Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. Thank you for offering that to us. Thank you.
Yeah, be
Life's
looking in your
Journey.
stores.
How you
What's
doing?
up, Life
Life's
Journey? How you doing?
I was just talking to my husband about eating with the seasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is the thing too. Sometimes we really don't pay attention to our bodies. Our bodies are in tune with the earth and the seasons.
Absolutely.
And things that we may not need in the summer, we may need in the winter.
I mean, because think about it. All of the melons, right? They're out in the summer when it's going to be the hottest, and you're going to need that water. You're going to need that hydration. You're going to need the electrolytes that the melons give you. So it is perfect. It's perfectly made,
That's
but we
why-
just
that's
go
why
against
I
it.
said,
Go against nature.
and that's what I was talking about when I said the Creator gives us everything we need, and the time that we need it. Because a doctor,
Absolutely.
I heard a doctor saying that he was like, yeah, people tell you don't drink cold water, but in the summer you need cool water to regulate your temperature.
There it is. There it is.
I mean,
And
but in the winter you don't need it because your temperature, internal temperature, is lower in the winter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Need
but
that
you need
warmer
the hot
suckers.
suit.
What's up, family man?
But you need those
That's
hot
right. How
suits.
you doing, family man?
Hey.
Yeah, I was like, it was cold this morning to me.
Yeah.
To me, it was cold this morning. So I was like, I'm tired of you saying that, Eco Neighbor.
Because you coming from the south. Because you
Trying to
coming from the
pretend.
south.
Was that G Hud? Hey G Hud, how you doing?
My baby was snuggling up.
He trying to pretend like I don't cuddle and all of that. Like, stop it. Stop it.
I didn't say you didn't cuddle, baby. I said you were snuggling. That's the difference between cuddling.
What's the difference? How you doing, Sassy? Good to
Can
see
I
you.
show you what's the difference between snuggling and cuddling?
Yeah, what's the difference?
How
you doing, Sassy? Have a blessed Sunday yourself.
What's up, Sassy? How you doing?
Sounds like Eco is ready to be the blanket over there. Calling up the winter.
You know what? Giving you a piece of this Eco coming for you.
Hey, buddy.
I do. Why is you promoting these jokers right
it's
here,
you.
man?
They were listening to you sing and they came up under
Let
here.
me tell you something. I was walking up to this morning, to the twins, right? Why you got me calling them twins? I was walking up to the twins, right? Auntie Belle did that. And I was singing, and them jokers were barking at me like I was a stranger, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
who they barking at?
I was like, I ain't think about it. I never walked up to them singing, you know what I'm saying?
That's
and
right.
So they were like, what's going on? Do not put your nose there. Stop. Don't do that.
Hey, buddy.
That's a little disrespectful. But one of the things that I want to encourage people to do is go inside your stores, right? Look for 12-volt devices.
Yeah.
Get your 12-volt game up, right?
USB
up.
Yes.
Right? Because in times of need, those power stations, those your car, even taking out a battery, even adding batteries to a battery pack, even solar panels, it powers the crazy mess out of 12 volts. If you can find enough 12-volt devices and adapters to connect with your power sources, You can win, 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 win. Another thing is, when my great grandfather, we used to live in his home, right? And his ceilings were like, I'm not exaggerating, maybe like 14 feet or so.
Mhm.
And you promoted this. I
I
don't
did
pet.
not.
I don't pet them. I don't pet them when I'm live. Get back. Don't pet. No, don't pet when you live.
She encouraging.
They get my look. They grab my elbows. They grab my shoulder. It's wonder they ain't pull me over, right? But they like just be on it, right? But anyway, we had this big old house, and we only like congregated in certain sections of the house. Like we would block off the kitchen, and we had a little sitting room.
Yes.
You know, put you an area, close it off, and just warm it up instead of warming up your whole entire house.
Mhm.
Right? Summertime, it was awesome. I mean, it'll be burning up outside, but it'd be cool in there. But when it came time for the winter, man, it got real rough. So think about some of these ideas, because we're facing, of course, whenever challenging economic times, it seems to be like the weather gets to be extreme, right? So
Yeah.
you want to make sure you be prepared to match that.
Yeah.
Pull out that cotton, guys. I so pull out
Ah.
that cotton.
Stop. There
I
she
just
go.
asked a question.
There she go. You ain't
Pull
asked
out.
no question. You made a statement. That was a
Well,
statement.
you know,
You made a statement.
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Like,
Guys, pull out that cotton. Denim is a heavy cotton. Pull out that cotton. Pull out that denim. That stuff that's hot in the summertime. Pull it out, because remember, people in Texas, when people were in their houses freezing.
That's right. That's right.
So
When it got
pull it
-2
out
that year,
and get
what
it
was that, 21?
ready. Yeah, get it ready. If you can't get it ready, ask me to help you get it ready. But I'm telling you, get it ready. I mean, because you don't know how bad it's gonna get. What's your guy's name? The one that you all always look at for weather? Is
Oh,
it
it's
Ryan?
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yeah. Well,
Ryan Hall with the truth.
he has been talking. He has been warning people.
Yes.
And yeah, he's been warning people. I posted one on my community page, because I was like, I need to keep up with this so that I don't get caught slipping, you know.
Yeah, let me go back a little bit. Let's see, Stealth 222. I hope y'all are doing well. This channel is cool to listen to. Thank you. We think it's pretty cool as well. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Making moves to do stuff like this on my property, but I lived on the edge of the city. Listen, we did too.
Yeah.
We lived right on the edge of the city, and we still made it a tropical paradise.
Yeah.
We working to do the same thing with this
your
one.
Own world.
Yes, wherever
thing,
you
man.
are, you
Wherever
create your
you
world.
create your own world.
Yes, you can
And
do it.
guys, I have been following Eco and Gigi for a long time on other pages on Facebook and everything. So I'm telling you, Eco, you got to go back and look at some of his landscape videos. I've seen him take little box plants, create a fence, and then create a tropical paradise in front of it, low-lying paradise, and it's beautiful, summer and winter. So if you're getting your yards ready for the winter, keep your eye on him. They're in a new spot, but keep your eye on his videos, because I'm telling you, it's gonna look amazing out there when they finish.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
the
Shoot,
thing
if
I
we can make
appreciate
it,
that.
if we can make it to finish.
Yeah.
How did they get your phone number?
The what now?
How did they get your phone?
Who are they?
The people.
What you talking
That
about?
called.
So
if we can make it to,
so,
if we can
so
make it
this
that
was
far.
trending right now, you know. I don't know if y'all really been watching the news and everything like this, but people are greedy right now. They very hungry with buying land.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm serious, y'all. I'm not trying to just keep talking about like buying land, but I'm serious. I'm getting calls where people know how much land I got. I had a property years ago that I sold. They still calling me for that, offering me offers. And now they done found Eco Nation, y'all.
Oh, bro.
They calling me about Eco Nation, and they
Wow.
asking me, am I willing to sell? And they want to do cash offers. And all of these people that's calling me, they have an accent. And Yeah. So
Yeah,
what I'm saying, there's a
got it.
transitioning, there's a movement of people not being able to own land. We still got tons of land. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wake up, people.
Yes.
Get it now,
Just
because I'm
get it
trying to
while
tell you, it's
you can
transitioning, y'all. And there's some
readily
people out
afford it.
here that are hurting. And if you're hurting, and if you need resources, you will end up selling what you have.
Yeah,
And I'm watching neighborhoods and areas change from certain families and certain family dynamics change and transition to different landscapes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing more and more, because I'm out here with farmers and stuff. When I go to the stores and stuff, I'm hearing more and more farmers leasing
Mm-hmm.
land to harvest and to cultivate. They are getting into these lease transactions, and they are not owning the land. Is making it favorable for them, because they don't have to pay the taxes. They don't have to do a lot of stuff. They can come in, do their season, and come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can go and find different, it's a network. They can go and find different parts of the nation, and
mhm,
go and find different prime growing spots. And now it's starting to become a little bidding wars amongst the people.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you got people saying, okay, I'm leasing this land, and now I'm going to sublease it to farmers.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think the prices of food is going to do?
Child.
If someone owns the land, somebody come in and lease the land for 10 or 15 or 20 years, and then they got somebody that's subleasing it to actually grow. I mean,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, it's about to be
it hurts
wild.
my heart to the fact that the average person right now, you're gonna watch, it's gonna be nothing to pay $10 for a watermelon, $15 for a watermelon,
Cause shoot, in my area,
$20.
they're already $8, $9 at Publix. They
See,
already
see,
$9
I mean,
for just a small
yeah,
watermelon. They already $9.
and
So
in an acre of land, if you grew nothing but watermelons, can you imagine how much money that is?
hmm,
You know,
yeah,
it's
it's
crazy.
I got a couple of tips, guys. I dropped some hacks over on my page, but when you miss those hacks, you miss your savings. So let me drop a couple things right now. Speaking of watermelon and stuff that you need, and my family, I think the ones who have been on and seen me over here at Eco Nation before, you know that my husband had to learn how to walk again. So there's certain vitamins and nutrients that we have to keep in his system year round. And so when you're talking about stuff like stuff that's going out of season, like watermelon and everything, when we were little, my mom used to blend up things, freeze them in ice trays as ice pops. And we would have those ice pops anytime, whenever we got ready. So I mean, don't forget about little simple things. As
yeah.
you see, on my video today, I said, live life simply. That's on my stove all the time. Because when you my mom started that when she told me you think too big. And then I was like, I'm supposed to think big. But she meant don't overthink the thing. don't don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
don't
don't
over
complicate this thing. Put the
right.
seed in some dirt and
That's
water it.
it.
yeah.
Like yeah, don't
And
And let
overthink.
it grow.
and,
Yeah.
and and one thing I want to encourage more people to do, no matter what size, what area, if you do have some little bit, if you have a little bit extra area in your yard, or even not even in your yard, if you got an extra flower pot, when
Yeah.
you eat something,
Hey,
make
y'all,
sure you be
girl.
intentional. What's up, y'all, girl? Make sure you intentional about buying food with seeds in it. And then when you buy them and you eat them, make sure that you harvest the seed and just put them in some dirt. Put them seeds in some dirt and leave it alone. Don't even think about it. Sit it somewhere in your yard, whatever. And all of a sudden you start seeing stuff grow. And then
Right.
when you see stuff grow, you can get blessings and gifts. You never know. It's like, I remember at our last home, we would have certain areas of the yard that we just throw our scraps at. And all of a sudden, we'll create a compost area in that area. Then all of a sudden, you just see stuff growing out of nowhere. Now that we got land, man, I bury stuff all over.
Yeah.
Cucumbers,
Stuff all over
squash,
the place.
watermelons. I just bury seeds all over the place, because this is the crazy thing. We get surprises now. We only been here for a year, but now we starting to see some of these surprises just pop. This squash, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
He came from near the burn pile, but we just
yeah, I got some. I actually got squash out of my sister's yard, and then
I remember
when I
that.
was just throwing the stuff out,
Just throw it
and
out.
we were burning stuff in that area. There's so much ash over there that anything you put over there is about to grow for you. So this was actually just a replant from the squash
the
that I ate
farm?
from the farm. Yes,
What?
from Black Haven.
Yeah.
That came
Wow.
from the squash that I got from out there.
And that's the beautiful thing about being and enjoying nature. It keeps giving and giving and giving. And that's the thing, you know, I wish that we could spend more time embracing and loving nature, because the more you give to it, the more it keeps coming back to you.
Yeah, yeah. And Yas girl was saying that it's time. Yeah, it's time to get back into the cooks and the wood stoves and the solar backup, low wattage devices. Yeah, and also follow. His name is Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall, y'all. Stay ready so you won't have to get ready. There you go. Right vision. Absolutely.
Appreciate that vision.
Absolutely. And let's see, Happy Max said.
And one more for the modern homesteaders who haven't gotten their gardens ready yet, because some people say, "Oh, I mean, I can't do anything because I'm not where Eco and Gigi are." For the ones who haven't gotten their things together yet, look at your organic applesauces. Look at your organic foods and start getting them now, because guess what? It's not cold yet in some places.
Yeah.
So the prices aren't skyrocketing yet. So like you have to think about more than one way, because some people say, if I ain't grow it, it ain't gonna happen. And then you'll be left eating more because your mentality is different when you get those seasons to where people are more depressed. You'll begin eating more. And what are you gonna do when you've eaten up your stock? You know, so you need some backup so you can go back between the two. So that's just a tip for those.
So something just to add to what you're just saying. Think about canning right now.
That's it.
Buying cans if you don't have the canning equipment. Think about that. Think about you know, a lot of people say you don't have this, you don't have, there's levels to everything.
Yeah.
If you just get started, it's still gonna set you better than where you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Just to get started. You know, like what's wrong with going to the store right now? Because if you go to your nurseries, your local nursery, you're gonna get discounted plants, number one. You're gonna find a lot of discounts. And then what I like to do is I like to find the sick ones in the nurseries and say, hey, can I get a discount on this? Because this thing looks like it's about to die. And me, I love flowers and plants. So I love to buy shrubs, hedges, but I try to buy perennials rather than annuals. And then look for those clearance items that are perennials. And then you buy those perennials, because perennials, you're winning. It's already at a discounted price. And then it's going to last season after season after season. Then you can do your cuttings. Then you can do all your grafting. Then you can do your air layers. Then you can just do a lot of different stuff that it's going to keep giving and giving and giving if you just use it.
From a country/city perspective, if you live in a apartment complex, retirement, and you have woods right next to you, you know, bushes on your walkways and everything. Listen, I'm not going to tell you to break the law or anything, but I see people in apartment complexes putting out pots where they're growing their food. They put them right next door in the woods, out of the sight, so that it doesn't mess up, you know, what the apartment complex is trying to do as far as their landscape. They put it in the woods, and I've seen this for almost a year, and nobody has said anything to them. And they go out there and they get their little crops out of those buckets. So there's a little of everything that you can do and try. Or listen, Eco said, throw the seeds out on the earth. Okay, so what if you have woods next to you and throw those seeds out
you
there?
saying exactly where I was going. Exactly. It's like I remember when we rented at this apartment, right? And we was at an apartment, and the edge were some woods. Throw that stuff out there, you know. Okay, you leave and you leave somebody else with something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you leave nature with something. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and just put that stuff out there, because one thing about it is the only thing you risk is maybe some landscapers coming and cutting it. But I mean,
then that's gonna spread. That's gonna spread it.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yas girl said land prices have tripled here in South Carolina. It's getting harder to find land that's not around a lot of crime areas. Yeah, that's why we had to go out. We had to go out into the, you know, in the smaller towns, because that's gonna be those are gonna be the places that are not quite as crime ridden. And you know, you're going to be able to find better prices the further you move away from those larger cities.
Now, one thing I want to say about some of those cities and crime areas, sometimes those can be the best opportunities for you to buy land.
Well, that's true.
You know, and my thing is, let's talk about different phases of your life, right? So for me, if I bought land in a crime area, it would be an investment for the next 20 years for me, right? We already understand it's going to be next 20 years. In my retirement, I may need some money, right? So 20 years from now, them crime-ridden areas will probably be blooming.
Gentrified.
They will be beautiful.
And guess what? When they go into eminent domain, those areas, then you're going to be sitting on the property, and guess what they're going to have to do?
They're going to have to buy. They're going to have
to pay you.
You know,
for that property.
Think about this. If you put some plants out there, if you weren't planning on living on there, put some plants out there. It's another phase. So if you're young and you're saying only place that I can afford land is like the bad areas, find you a city or a place that's bustling, and you know it's going to grow, and you know it's hot, and then it may be a crime-ridden area, but go ahead and invest in that. And just say, hey, I'm diversifying my portfolio. I'm going to sit on this piece of land for, once again, 20 years or less. Depends on the situation. You know, sometimes it may not take but 5 or 6 years. And then you'll watch, you'll be like, darn, my money done tripled.
Yeah, that's why getting into those tax liens is so beneficial to a lot of people, because, you know, once they get those tax liens, typically, especially in those larger cities, you're gonna have a whole lot of he gonna put them away. he gotta put them away, because they just they just doing the most.
They must be 2 years old.
They doing the most right now. It's so and so, yeah, when you getting, I know a girl who was leading people to buy those tax liens in the Gary, Indiana area. And so, you know, those people who went in there and they got those things for $500, $1,000, getting those homes, and they just sitting on them. They just waiting on them, because they know that they're going to eminent domain the area eventually. And that's what they do. You know, they allow these areas to remain crime ridden and all of that stuff. And then eventually people are going to start moving out. People are going to start defaulting because they don't want to live in those bad areas. And then that's going to give us, the investors, an opportunity to come in there, to slide in there, and to get those properties. And then on the back end, like, we going to benefit greatly from it.
And just remember,
I'm going to have to call you all on that.
This checkers, right?
Yes, baby.
I mean, chess. I'm not saying. I'm thinking the dogs got me thrown off. But this is a chess game, right?
Some people got a strong checkers game, though.
Hey, don't slip on the checkers now.
Game, go for it.
Hey, but serious, on the serious tip, sometimes you have to buy something that you don't necessarily want, but you buying it for a temporary point in time, right? And the funny thing about land, I don't care if you buy land in the right spot, you can use it for parking, you can use it for growing stuff, to
yard
yard sale.
You
can use it for You can use it if you sell a car. You can put it in the car. The thing is, sit on that bad boy, and if you sit on it, some people like I don't have 100, I don't have 200, I don't have no $300,000. You can buy something like land for maybe $20,000, and then sit on it, and then that could earn you 50 or 100 or $200,000 over a period of time, and you sell it, and now you take that equity that you've built, and you can invest it in what you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times we understand about stocks, we understand about a lot of stuff, but you shouldn't buy land, quote, just to invest. But it's just some things that are win, win, win. If you got a small town and you know that town has a Walmart, has a Lowe's, it has major restaurants or different stuff like that, and you know that town basically is boring, ain't nothing going on in it, the town is going to grow.
And then go talk to your planning and zoning offices in those towns, because they have plans out for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
So
blueprints.
You can
That's what they like to call them. Blueprint projects.
Yeah, ask them what's going to be going on,
project.
what's going to be happening.
Yeah.
They'll give you that information because they're excited to have people who are willing to come in to their communities and basically be the investors of their community by purchasing land and homes and being taxpayers. So watermelons grown by a guy here.
Gift. Some of that crime area land, that's gonna be my birthday gift.
Yeah, get it. Watermelons grown here.
Telling you.
By a guy here, sells for
$25
and up.
What?
And
wait a minute.
He has a waiting list. $25 and up for a watermelon, and he has a waiting list by spring.
Now, hold on. First of all, yeah. Second of all, is imagine the future of organic vegetables.
Yes.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna transition. We've been here for 1 year.
1.5. March gonna be 2 years since we sold, and August will be 2 years since we actually been on the land. But we're gonna be living like
we moving on 1.5, right?
Yeah, man.
Now, what we're gonna show you all is the transition to now. Let's allow this land to help us support ourselves, right? So we need to get first. We got to get a house, right? So we got to make money. I don't want no crazy mortgage. We can afford it, but we're not doing that.
But why?
We're gonna go on journeys to show you how you can stack your money, and then now we're gonna also allow this land to help pay for us to live and self-sustain ourselves. We first want to know the land, what's going on, how can we grow, what can we grow. We learning that. Where can we be successful, where we can't. We done put in, man, Gigi done bought a lot of fruit trees. Man, it's a blessing though, because if all we got to do is take care of these fruit trees, because guess what's gonna happen? We're not dropping all this fertilizer, all this crazy stuff on this stuff. When I talk about our watermelons, I'm talking about stuff we took seeds and we put them in the ground.
Yeah.
I'm talking about stuff we took clippings, we took scraps, we watered this stuff from the nature. We will be our own drugstore by eating our own fruits and vegetables, right?
Yeah.
Now that we securing that, now we got to say, now let's look, how can we self-sustain ourselves on our own land? So we're gonna be going through, and we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna falter on some stuff. Y'all gonna get to see it, but we're gonna learn different ways that we can now use our land to help self-sustain ourselves. And it's gonna take years. It's not gonna happen overnight, but we're gonna do small things to start stepping inside that spectrum. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for this next transition, this next journey that we're getting ready to go on. Family man, what's up?
Medicine. Hi, family man. Yeah. Speaking on medicine, Eco and Gigi, that's what I've done, and I mean, I hate to sound like a repetitive cycle here, but now I've gone from 45 to over 60 pounds weight loss, and we're doing it with our natural and organic foods and natural medicines. The joint pains and stuff.
Congratulations. That
Thank
is
you.
wonderful.
And the joint pains and stuff, that stuff is going away. We got, as a couple, we got in a chronic illness study, 6 weeks chronic illness study, where we get paid now. We got paid. And still waiting on one more check from that, and we got paid to go into that study.
And tell
And
nobody. I
Yeah.
wanted to
I,
be in the
Folk,
chronic
folk,
illness
folk
study.
don't tell you nothing until
No, I'm just
but
she
playing.
had to
but
prove it
you
though.
but
I
you
just had
guys
to make sure it
drive
was
to
her.
work 2 hours. You don't have time for that. So
I'm
so
just playing.
yeah, but the next one that comes up, hey, I got you.
But that's
So
commendable though, Auntie Bev.
yeah.
Think about
Wait,
that.
wait. You couldn't have gotten into it because you have to be in my area to do it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got into that study, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the we think we know, but sometimes when you hang out with the people who are going to be doctors, who are conducting these studies, who are going to be doctors, who need this to graduate from college, when you get in the study with them, you find out the latest and the greatest, so that you can stay away from all the stronger medicines, or you can eliminate some of the stronger medicines. These are some of the people who actually advocate for eliminating some of the stronger medicines.
And this is the thing though, Auntie Bev. If even if you can do some health transitioning to
Yeah,
reduce your use of it, it still
that's
will be
it.
beneficial. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it is.
Yes.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
it is.
like some of us, we go in there. I get it. We have these lofty dreams, and we nothing wrong with that. But sometimes just take those small baby steps.
Yeah,
It can lead to a lot of just benefits beyond your imagination.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
So
and the
Family Man said,
food. Uh, Family man.
he said those are usually wholesalers, talking about the people that are calling, where they pay people to make the phone calls for them, and they offer you pennies on the
Yeah.
dollar because they just assume that everybody, is struggling
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Oh
their
wow.
land. And yeah, and if they are in a if you are in a position where you need that cash, then
That's what I'm
hey,
talking about. Yeah.
if you have it and you can sell your land or whatever you need to do, I don't recommend it.
No.
But if
And
the
and this
price is right, then hey,
this is the crazy thing. Some people,
hey,
even
love
some of
notes,
those
how you
people,
doing?
they may offer you something a little bit above the norm just to get to that part because they understand, they watch the future, they know what's coming down the road. And this is the thing that I want people to be very mindful about, that whatever somebody's willing to offer you
Mm,
and you didn't ask, you're
mm,
worth more.
way more,
And
way,
that's
way
that
more.
that's with the job, that's with you, whatever you own,
Mm-hmm.
whatever somebody approach you with, just
Yeah,
remember you're worth more.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
G
yeah,
Hud said, I think get ready is an understatement to what happened this week. I think it's going to be something people don't expect on U.S. soil. Together we stand and divided we fall. You better say it.
Yeah. And and
You
and
better say
and
it.
and when we talk about the US soil, it's gonna change. The dynamics are changing. We're watching it change. A lot of things that happen in other countries that are successful, like you have other countries where they don't own and you can't own land. You know,
Mm.
yeah,
I'm watching a lot of people that live in other countries that's migrated to other countries. They say all they can do is lease land. They
Yeah.
can't own the land.
Trust me, that's gonna come to the U.S.
Yeah, and
Coming
it's
to
inevitable. It's
yes,
inevitable.
it's going
And
to
the thing
eventually
that's
come
true.
here.
is, you want to ask yourself, where do you want to be in that food chain?
Where do you want
Yeah,
to be? Where you want to be?
and
Wayne
that's
said we
why
could.
that's why I picked out my birthday gift already.
Coming to the
Cause,
hood near
cause,
you.
cause
Okay.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to win. And this is the thing. When when we talk about land, what can they can't tear it up. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Like a house can deteriorate, cars can get rusted, tires get flat, but land is still land.
That's
And
it.
I was just, while I was waiting on Gigi to come in with her flight on Friday. Gigi, I ain't even tell you about, I went on that little trip where we go to the pond.
Mm-hmm.
There's an area on one of them back roads. If you remember those old back roads we used to go on when we used to live, them little winding back roads, they done cut open, and like there was some old dilapidated trailers and stuff that was back in the little section. They done cleaned all the woods, everything. And it was like a low-lying area. They done put in a road. They done put in holding ponds. Everything. They finna build a whole new neighborhood.
Wow.
Where these families these trailers was in bad shape. They was falling apart. Now it looks like a beautiful, like, neighborhood fixing to get ready to drop. But that's the thing, if you got the resources, you got the money, you could transform anything.
She said, I got myself a volunteer lemon boy tomato. Yep. Get those volunteers.
Love
honey. Because we bury food scraps and stuff all the time.
Just put it out there. Put it in the ground. Put it in the hole. And if you do enough of that, you're gonna be like, oh man, I didn't even realize I forgot I planted that.
I know.
And then it just be growing. You got stuff growing everywhere.
And when I'm putting food in the ground, like I chop up stuff pretty good. So I was like shocked to see some of the watermelons coming from that and that type of stuff. And then we were burning back there where the squash is growing. So,
but some seeds thrive on fire. Some seeds need fire to germinate. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing.
I'm that seed.
Need that fire. Go ahead and just generate. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So Love Note says she got 4 pumpkins she didn't plant. Over.
She said 4.
From 4.
She said 4. She from Georgia.
Pumpkin's good for a lot of stuff.
They good for a lot of stuff. Amazing for your skin.
Melons are so valuable and underrated, for real.
Yes.
Melon, get the melons in your life.
Absolutely.
Make that and especially pumpkin bread. Look, that pumpkin bread can't go bad over the winter.
Yeah, I make soap with pumpkin, like the whole 9. That's some of the best.
Doing, Sweet Thumb?
Some of the best soap that I ever made is with the pumpkin. My daughter has beautiful volunteer pumpkins ready to pick. I didn't get one on my vine this year. Yeah, shoot, when you ain't trying to do it, it just shows out. If you don't eat pumpkins, you can collect and eat the seeds. They're very nutritious and get rid of parasites. There you go. That part. So many reasons.
Roasted. Try this. Butter on a cookie sheet. Butter your pumpkin seeds up and roast them.
Don't say it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Not the sea salt with it.
And they're good for your animals too. Getting rid of worms and parasites from your animals.
And let me share this with you all too. There's nothing wrong with growing stuff you don't eat. Those are great gifts to people, far as your co-workers, your friends, your community. That's great networking opportunities. Or even if you want to sell them. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm growing papayas. I don't like papayas.
I think it's cool
papaya
to grow
seeds
something you don't want to eat.
Get rid of parasites. Get rid of worms. Everybody.
For bartering.
Exactly.
All that.
That makes it a whole lot easier to let go when you be like, okay, I realize a lot of people like these, but I don't like them. It makes it so easy to transition.
I'm trying I need some gas. Bruh, I got gas. You got some pumpkin seeds?
Yep. To cut back on a lot of waste, only buy what you consume on a regular basis. Impulse buying gets a lot of us. It absolutely does.
And be intentional when you buy, y'all. Be intentional about buying foods with seeds. Buy foods with seeds.
Yes.
Buy food with seeds.
If the people stop buying this crap,
stop buying the seedless stuff, y'all. Because what's happening,
won't be able to grow it.
Eventually,
they won't grow it if we're not buying.
Everything gonna be seedless if you're not careful.
If you're not careful, if you keep buying this stuff, they're going to keep growing. We got to get out of this mindset where we just gonna take whatever somebody is willing to hand to us. Get out of that mindset and start causing a little fuss and saying, I'm not gonna buy your seedless watermelons anymore. I don't care how many you purchase from the farmers that are willing to grow that. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to look and go to Piggly Wiggly and go to Aldi and go to all of the stores that are willing to purchase seeded fruit and vegetables and not this other stuff.
Think about this.
Them scolars.
Think about this. If
Really?
you buy seedless watermelons or seedless fruit, just erase.
Period.
If you just buy it, where does that fruit come from?
Mhm.
Think about it.
Yeah, I think about the
I
lab.
ain't gonna say no lab, but I'm just saying.
I don't. No, I say I think about the lab. I don't. I mean, because I
that's
don't
the
know.
first thing come to your mind. Because
Yeah,
my thing
the first
is the seed is what creates the next generation after generation. So if you take out the element of the seed,
what are we going to?
What we eating? You know, what are we getting that from? You know,
You already got them out here. They making and then the U.S. government is allowing this stuff to happen while other companies. I'm sorry, this
Eco Nation.
We're gonna have to do a GG live then because I can't talk about what I'm talking about. Eco Nation. But anyway, U.S. government allowing this stuff to happen. Okay. And they are allowing fake food to come in. And did y'all just hear about the human meat? The human meat in the hot dogs?
Have y'all heard about the facilium?
And particularly the vegan hot dogs, how they have at least 2% human meat in them. So we have got to get out of just taking anything that people are willing to give to us. Stand up for something.
Now, I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but there's a white substance that they're growing. And I think it derived from a mushroom. But it's like it's a substance. They're able to make food out of it. They slicing it, making bacon. They making plastic, wrappings. I shouldn't say plastic. They using this substance, the same substance to wrap instead of using plastic. They're using a thin film of it to wrap our products. And it's the same stuff that they now making meats and they're making chicken breast out of it. I can't. It's psyllium or something like that. I can't remember. But it's a white substance. They're growing it, and they're growing it like they're selling it. They're selling it up in New York. They're selling it in the big cities, and this stuff is the new meat that they're claiming. It's the new type of meat, and I don't know if y'all read it, but you got to understand that your eggs and a lot of your different meats are going to be replaced not only with just wood products, but now we have this new product where they say it has the texture, the all of that, the taste, the flavor of meat.
And it's just a bunch of chemicals. It's a bunch of chemicals and it's plastic and it's wood products. And so if you're putting all of that in and then we can't figure out why, I'm supposedly doing all of the right stuff, but I can't seem to get my eyesight together. I can't seem to get my weight together. I can't seem to get my blood pressure down when we're doing all of the right stuff that we're supposed to be doing. But we're not taking in real food. Yeah. We're not taking in real products. We're just taking in a bunch of chemicals. Be Rich says, I went into the farmer's market yesterday. Seedless grapes the size of golf balls. Wow. I left them right there. And Be Rich, I'm glad you said that because that is one of the things that I always buy seeded. I make sure and I keep them all. And I'm just tossing them all over the place.
It's inconvenient. I have to chew on the grape and then spit it out or chomp on the seed. It's too inconvenient.
And I get that. It is
inconvenient to have high blood pressure and
diabetes and all of these
because
rare
you
diseases.
Didn't choose the right ones.
All of these rare diseases because and here is the thing. This is, I think, the biggest lesson that we have learned since being off grid for this last year and a half. I think the biggest thing that we've learned is that you got to do away with the need to be to have convenient everything.
Oh my goodness.
The convenient thing, like if you're not willing to be inconvenienced, then you are going to fall for everything. You're going to fall for every single thing that these people are willing to put in your face. You don't want to just take everything that somebody hands to you. When it appears that somebody is handing you something for free, you better question it.
Let me share something with y'all too. Some of this stuff you can leave out in nature, y'all. I've heard some people say you can't leave food scraps. You can't leave some of this stuff. You can, because guess what? These animals out here, they ain't eating it. I mean, I could give the dog something that we bought from a restaurant or something like. They won't even eat it.
They won't even
touch it, and they'll sit here and it don't rot. Like I'll come back 2-3 weeks later, and I gotta bury it, right?
Because it's not food.
This stuff ain't real, man.
It is not real. It's not made from real stuff.
Even the big
look,
cats.
I'm trying to
and we got a lot of stuff out here.
We got all kinds of animals. They don't even touch it. They just walk past it. Like
because we went to get some pizza one day for prime example. We went to get some pizza, and then we were looking at the pizza like, this ain't good. And so we brought the pizza like, okay, we'll just throw it to the dogs. Them dogs walked up to it, sniffed it a little bit, and walked away. They're like, this
I don't
stuff
want
is
it
nasty.
either.
I don't want it either. Y'all don't want it. Why you think we want it? It was
but
disgusting.
Now chickens, on the other hand, don't gauge your life on chickens' life, because some of these chickens, they don't care. They're gonna eat whatever you put in.
Listen, some of them, but we had the craziest chickens. So the chickens that we had,
second chickens are funny.
Yeah, the second ones are funny because look, they were eating good. They were eating table food. They were eating what
the previous
their owner
cooked.
She used to cook for them. So they were eating that. And our chickens, they were eating vegetables out of the garden. They love the chickweed that grows wild out here. It's been crazy, like the amount of chickweed that we have here. They loved watermelon, all types of bananas, like everything that we ate that was fresh. Our black copper marrons, the first ones that we got, they eat it. But the other ones, they were like, they ain't want that. They wanted some chicken and rice, and they wanted whatever
collard greens.
They wanted soul food because they were just like.
I mean, you're absolutely right, y'all. I mean, some of our food not even allowed in other countries. You know,
it's not. It's not.
But they still sell to them because they change it up.
They have to change it. Their governments make them not include all of the crap that the U.S. government allows. And they're banning every day. They're talking about all of the stuff that they're banning. We have somebody that lives in the UK who is like personal close to us, a couple of people actually. And they tell us all the stuff that they cannot take over there. They will allow, one of the young ones was like, oh yeah, I got me some alcohol from wherever, and I'm about to take it. They allowed him to bring the alcohol, but they won't let him bring no meat. You cannot bring any meat from America over there. And it was
certain candy. I remember
it was certain products.
They can't find certain candy there.
You cannot take onto their soil. They just not gonna allow it. But they allow them to bring alcohol.
Now this is something that I want to also
blame it on the alcohol.
Something I want to talk about though is think about your herbs right now to plant. Think about your herbs right now to buy. If you don't have the room to plant, go online, go on the Etsy, go to different locations and buy your dried herbs, y'all. Because
mine lasted 3 years.
Oregano, right?
3 years.
All those different types of strong type plants, the basils and the oreganos and all that. Right now, stock up on those because these will be your cold killers, your virus killers, all this inflammation, painkillers, all this inflammation, because fighting inflammation is the key. So think about different things you can get right now. You don't want to get your body compromised right now. We already know, even when things were normal prior to all this crazy stuff, guess what happened? we would get sick in during the wintertime.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to be on top of it right now. You want to get in front of it. You want to make sure that you grow enough stuff, or you want to have enough stuff in your pantry to naturally heal and cure yourself. Honey is another thing that is so amazing, right?
Incredible. Let me go into what Love Notes. Thank you, Love Notes, for being here and for um saying this. Butterflies, bees, and all the pollinators are around now that I let the land grow wild. Ain't that something?
Man, what you
Ain't
talking
having
about,
to
baby?
do all that hand pollinating this and
Man.
hand pollinating that. When you're using all, calm down, calm down, girl. Calm down, girl. When you're using all of those chemicals, I don't care how natural it says that it is.
Mhm.
When you're using all of those chemicals, all of that mess, all of that nonsense, you are going to run away your pollinators. So if you're having, we ain't had to hand pollinate a thing out here, not a thing,
Now be rich.
because we're not using all of that stuff. We're allowing nature. Y'all see bees, a bee just hit me in the head. Like they're everywhere. You got your bees, you got your wasps, the butterflies are everywhere. Everything is out and it is enjoying life because this land is not full of those chemicals.
I had a
And even
conversation
if
with Be Rich, and it was like, we was talking about yards. You know, I'm so used to the city life. I'm used to cutting grass in yards and stuff. And I said it's different out here. It hits different. You just have you just he says more like land management. And I was like, yeah, that's what it is. It's not like cutting yards or nothing like that. You just you just let stuff grow and let it grow wild, let the flowers, let everything just go wild. And then it's certain areas you just don't touch, and then certain areas you cut and you maintain, and it's just totally different versus like cutting grass or cutting a yard. You know what I'm saying?
And ain't nobody coming out here to spray nothing.
Nope.
And none of that stuff, because once you, and you'll see it, you'll see it. See, this is the thing, that the animals, they true to themselves, they true to nature. We are the ones that have the problem. We are the ones that are falling for the advertisements and falling for all of the stuff that's telling us, oh, this is all natural, but it's processed. But it's still processed. Oh, that is not considered whatever, but it's wood. It's just wood that was set on fire. So if you're talking, you debating about things that make no sense, when all we need to do is watch what the land management people do, the ones that are out in the country. Watch what they do. All they do is prescribed burn. They just set stuff on fire and then it comes back. It regenerates, it regrows itself. We do too much. We do way too much. And then that's why we're running around having like certain things that we have to pollinate using brushes and all of that type of stuff. And yeah, I get it that there are some special stuff that you might have to hand pollinate. But when you have this many bees and flies, pollinators, bees, butterflies, wasps, all of this stuff, when it can freely go around your property and go from property to property, see, it's going to know where to go. It's going to know the areas because they are very sensitive and they trust nature. If it's outside of what is natural to them, they're not coming to it. So just think about that.
Bring in air patrol, your dragonflies, all that plant stuff that's gonna bring in all those insects that we wonder what they're for. Like just let nature come so that, so that it can
But if you're
do
using
what
all
it
those
does.
chemicals,
Right,
they're not going to come. I'm
right.
planning on trying to get another chicken run just for meat birds. Just can't afford another one right now. Do it just small. Do it in small increments. Everything in small increments. That's how we survive. That's how we learn to survive. Is we
Oh,
done tried to go get 20 acres when we were 20 years old because it was overkill for us.
look, the meat birds.
Uh,
Speaking of meat birds, I have a thing against
Grammy Journal.
Hi,
working around the
Grammy's
farm.
Journal.
I have a thing against
Sweet
working
Tom.
around the farm.
Hey, how you
Oh,
doing? I
sorry.
saw you earlier. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Auntie
Oh
B.
no, that's all right. I have a thing against working around the farm, watching birds with these skinny legs, and then going in the stores and seeing these fat head chickens, like these big fat. Listen, when I looked online at this guy from Africa who is a doctor, a medical doctor, and he works in horticulture, he started a chicken farm. He was like, which one do you want to choose, the meat birds or the birds for the eggs? And then he said, let me tell you something about the meat birds. He told the pros and cons. He said, when you let those meat birds get as fat as some of those meat birds you see, he said they start having health issues just like him.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was like, what? This is from a doctor who is a culturist, however you say it. But I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's why I don't choose the 5 for $25 packs of fat meat.
Yes, because that's
Five
all the
for
ones with all the crap pumped in it.
yeah, yeah,
That those are the ones.
yeah. So word to the wise, like if your chicken is born with skinny legs and you go in the store and you see that they've grown to have fat legs, wonder why did they get so fat.
They're injecting them. They're injecting them
Yeah.
because see, you got
So
to understand that this thing is about money for them,
yeah,
and they're not going to be too concerned about the fact that you on the other end of it. If you
right,
talk to some of them scientists, I guarantee you they will not allow their family to eat that crap. They will
right,
not allow their family to be stuck with anything, none of that stuff, because they understand, but they have a job to do. It's just a job for them, but this is our real life.
Yeah.
This is our life. We have to be the ones to say, you know what?
You see,
What I'm
soil,
not
sunshine.
see, soil and sunshine. How you
Like that
doing?
triple S.
Good to see you. Thank you for being here. We have to be the ones to take responsibility and be accountable for ourselves. So
and,
if
and
you,
if the doctor said his restaurant owner friend does not eat from his own restaurant chain,
so what do you think? What do
Yeah.
you think you should be not doing?
That's kind of
You shouldn't be eating from
when you
his
think
restaurant
about that,
either.
that's kind of like you buying land in the hood, even though you ain't living there.
Mm-hmm.
Understand the same stuff happen with food.
The same stuff.
Understand the same stuff happen with your health. Understand the same stuff. You have people out here that's in the business for the people, but
Hey,
they're not
resilient dad.
really looking for the best interests of the people. They just here to turn a
Absolutely
buck.
not.
You know what I'm saying? It's
oh,
real. Life is real, y'all.
Absolutely not. And
Resilient.
thank
How
you,
you doing,
a
man?
resilient dad. Thank you. Thank you. Tapping in from the Bay with
I
much
caught
respect.
you
Thank
Friday,
you.
yeah.
man. Friday on the live. I enjoyed that live. Y'all talking. Really appreciate you, man.
Yes.
Much love.
Hi, Miss Christian. How you doing? Good to
Miss
see
Christian,
you.
how you doing? It's a new face.
Yeah, that's a new face. There was a burn that got onto my land in the country a few months ago, but it helped with the underbrush. I
Mm.
can walk easily now. See
That's
there?
that's what I'm focusing on this winter.
Yeah.
When the leaves start dropping and everything like that, hopefully I can get Annabelle back, which that's another story. Hopefully I get Annabelle back. And when I get Annabelle back, I'm gonna cut through my roads, um, my burn paths, and I'm getting ready to burn. I can't wait to just go ahead and kill some of this underbrush
Mhm.
and to make it a little bit more visible to Gigi's liking around the area.
Yeah, I feel if you eat an animal with a hard life, it goes into your consciousness, give you
Ooh,
nightmares and stress and all types of things. Absolutely. Listen,
can you talk about
one
something that you told me when we was on the phone about the energy? If you don't
yes.
want to serve nobody, you ain't in the mood.
Yes, I don't eat from certain restaurants because I believe strongly in energy. The universe is made of energy. And so if someone is serving me grudgingly, if someone is doing something grudgingly for me, if somebody is giving me a
Yeah.
gift grudgingly, if they are doing it for any other reason other than the fact that they are appreciative of me as a human being, I don't want it.
Mm-mm.
I don't want it.
I agree
When
with
I
you.
made products for people, I put a great energy into that product. And that's how I could go for years and years and years and be making products and people be just like wow, there was something special
Yeah.
about that. And then teach somebody else to make the same products and they be like, my product just wasn't hitting like it wasn't
I got
hitting
one
like
of her
yours
soaps.
was.
I
Like,
got one of
yeah,
her
like
soaps
so.
right here. Right,
Like it just wasn't
right here.
hitting the same.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because, you know, that my skill set is so much far superior to the people that I'm teaching. It's because of the energy. It's
Yeah.
made with the right energy. It's made with love. It's made with an understanding that, hey, I'm going to send some good energy into your household when
Right.
I send you my stuff, when I send you my product. So
Leave them better
I
than you
just believe
found them.
strongly.
And you know something that I'm learning with life too is anything that you really want is connected to energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just say you want a beautiful big home, or you want money, or you want cars, or whatever. You it starts within yourself to see the
Yeah.
vision and to want the vision, and
Right.
then you got to create an environment where it welcomes in what you
Right.
want. So if you want a
Right.
bunch of money, right, you gotta first get your mindset to the part where I'm gonna invite that in. If you want that house, you got to get your mindset to the point where I want to invite in to have that home. So you're gonna already start living like you already in that house, right? You're
Right.
gonna already have that mindset that you already have that home, and you're gonna know you're gonna own it. And guess what's gonna happen? That energy is gonna transfer, and it's gonna connect you into the right path. You know, that's the thing that we I hope we really understand and get that to the part where
Yeah.
we understand. Like I can remember I could want a job or something like that. And all of a sudden I start focusing on that job. I start gearing myself up ready for the interview. I start getting my clothes ready. I start cleaning up my resume. And I start looking at the application. I start thinking about the benefits of that job, all that stuff. And then next thing you know, come time to show, I'm ready. I'm already
Yeah.
there. And that's the thing we have to do with our
Yeah.
energy and our mindsets.
Mm-hmm. Love Note said that's why halal prepared food no stress
Right.
or terrorizing methods of processing the animals. They release toxic chemicals to the
Yes.
meat. Absolutely. And if your animals are stressed and all of that type of stuff, you know, I really appreciate the people who are just like, I'm giving them a good life. I'm giving
Mhm.
my animals a good life. I know I'm gonna have to kill them because we gonna
Give 'em
eat
give
them,
you're giving them
but
a poo poo platter, a vegetable platter.
but yes, they gonna have, you know, if they willing to eat it, they're gonna have these fresh fruit and vegetables. They're gonna take in the stuff that we're willing to take in for ourselves, and they're gonna have a good life, you know,
Yeah.
as much as we can give them.
That's right.
um Belinda said was at Mayo Clinic and was asked if my son got the shot. Told them that the doctor told him not to get it, and they were okay with him not having it. The doctors know what's up. Yeah, they know what's up.
Listen at all the doctors that is coming out now. You know, like during that time, I thought some of my family members and friends were gonna throw me under the
Like,
bus. You know
gonna
what I'm
really
saying?
throw us
Like
away.
throw us away, like be done with us. I'm not coming in contact with you. I'm not doing anything. Then you listen to the doctors now. It was like,
And I'm like, we need to not be coming in contact with you.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah, yeah.
if that's how we looking at it,
Something never really made sense to me to the part where it's like
that's
I
so
get it.
good. Grammy's Journal.
Hey,
Grammy's
Grammy
Journal
Journal.
said we changed and eat at home and snacks on the go, homemade also.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Control what
exactly.
you can
We
control.
we would take different things that we grew from the yard. We would take our bell peppers, we would take our bananas, we would take potatoes. We would make snacks with those things for the children, and they absolutely love them. I was like, I call myself gonna be storing up, you know, dried, dehydrated fruits and all of this type of stuff. And those kids were going through it like, you know, like mad. And now
Yeah.
with our granddaughter, we kind of the same way. We're just like, I know my daughter sometimes some days be like, oh my God, I shouldn't have told mom that I gave her this thing. And so she'll come back and she'll be like, Mama, look what I made her. I made this from fresh fruit, you know, and but that's really important. That's really super important. And that's why I was like, you know, baby, just trust me on this.
Yeah.
You need to be breastfeeding. You need to make sure that you give your child the best start that you possibly can give. And, you know, people will actually look down and frown up their face because the men want to drink their wife's milk. They frowning up their faces, and I'm like, this is human milk. This is for human. But you don't frown up your face when something is coming out of the orifice of animals and they telling you to drink it. It's okay, drink it. But you frowning when it's a human wants to.
What you say?
Get yourself together.
I was kind of like, I be listening, but then it's like some keywords.
And one of the things
you said the men be what now?
Hush now. One of the things that I noticed was that they were really trying to force my daughter to give her baby something other than her breast milk. And thankfully,
before the baby came,
Mama was there. They were shipping cans.
Yeah. Before the baby
they were shipping cans of processed stuff for our brand new precious baby.
And they preyed on the frustration of your child.
What does the name Pusher mean? Pusher. I know there was a song, Pusher.
I'm your pusher. And that's what I was saying. I said, babe, why do you think they're trying so hard to get you to give her this milk? Because they know if she get one hit, that she probably gonna reject her mother's breast. So we gotta go back.
We want to be clear on that. I'm not a pusher.
We have to go back to the old ways of doing things because we're going to be so lost. We're not going to be able to do. Hi, hello, how you doing?
Welcome in.
We're going to not be able to do basic things for ourselves. You keep buying this fruit that don't have any seeds or anything in it. Juicing with Jay. Let me say a special thank you to my brother, Juicing with Jay. I meant to hit on his comment earlier. He was talking about he could see an orchard of dragon fruit out here.
Dragon fruit, I read that.
You know, because he sent me some more dragon fruit cuttings, different kinds of dragon fruit. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate that so much because that type of thing, we've been testing different kinds. We seeing which ones we like. We seeing which ones we don't like. And we are making sure that we jump in and we are doing the best that we possibly can do for ourselves and for our family. Eco Neighbor says you went too far. Brother Lawrence, peace, brother. How you doing?
Well, what about Eco?
We ain't gonna put it. I breastfed all three of my sons, and they were not sick like most children. And I did the same. And they don't have a lot of the issues that a lot of other kids have. A lot of the young women, getting menses at 5 years old, 6 years old, 7, 8, 9, because they're on all of these steroids. They on hormones from the time that they come into the world, and they want to tell you that this is the best for your child. You need to do this.
The study that we just did was saying, think of this, and that'll help you regulate what you put in your body. Think about your blood screaming to you, saying, what are you doing? You're depleting me of my oxygen because you just put all this crap down in me. And now my veins are clogging up, my arteries are clogging up, and you're starving me.
Your cells can't get the nutrients.
Y'all know something. Having two women on
Sorry. Hold on, Auntie Bill. Let's let Eco Neighbor say something.
It can be quite challenging because they drop in the nuggets.
It's Eco's turn. It's Eco's turn now.
They in the nuggets, but they don't breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because I be trying to find that sweet spot. But then when I come in, it seems very disrespectful. And that's not the intent, right? But it's like you almost got to fight so you won't lose your thought. But my thought was, think about this. I want y'all to think about this, y'all. All right. So I was looking at a study where it said that a child that's born at a young age, well, the child is not born with it, but a child develops it based on the eating habits, diabetes at a young age. Um, and they say that child financially is worth more with a shorter lifespan than a person that lives to be 80 and 90 years old. Mm-hmm. Now, think about this. I literally stopped the video and I just started processing the thought. So, what typically happens is the child is going to eat a lot in this situation. The child is going to eat a lot of preservatives, a lot of things that are not healthy, right? That means more money. The child is going to have to go to the doctor. That means more money. The child is going to use insurance. That means more money. Where does insurance get its money from, right? The doctor gets paid not on your copay, but he really gets paid on your insurance, right? Insurance is the bulk of where that money comes from, right? This child may have operations, may have surgeries. This child may have wheelchairs, walking devices, insulin, all of these different things, dialysis. All that stuff comes from insurance. The majority of the money that's generated from insurance are healthy people or people that don't use the insurance. Mm-hmm. The majority of this resources, insurance, would be so cheap if we didn't we didn't buy into this system, right? The reason why you get Cocoa Puffs when your child on TV, when your child looks at cartoons and different stuff like that, is because they are trying to get them to buy into the system, all these dyes and stuff like this. And it's sad when you look at it. Think about it. From the day we are born, we are marketed to as individuals as a young child, and then we're developed and nurtured and grown to be in this system far as not taking care of ourselves. Because if a person that truly lives a minimal lifestyle, they're healthy, they eat, they grow their own food, they save money, they don't consume a lot, that's a bad situation for the economy of the world. And sometimes we get so caught up in the thinking about what we do on a daily basis, we forget about what impacts this society. You're worth more either being locked up, sick, or needy than you are being healthy, independent, being free, because you're not really valued. It's almost like a rich man. They don't make money off rich people. They make money off consumers, everyday single working hard people. I'm sorry.
Eco neighbor. Okay, eco neighbor.
No, because I know y'all got some things y'all want to add to that.
Go ahead, Auntie Belle.
I just want to say, Eco is spitting fire.
No, that's serious. But if you really step back and look, for real, think about what we doing, y'all. We feeding our kids candy that we don't know the ingredients to.
Yeah.
We don't even see these colors in nature.
And you can make it so simply.
Yeah. If your child never tasted artificial colors and preservatives, they wouldn't even like the stuff that's out there. Right. And then we don't understand that you don't have to be illegal to do something illegal to somebody, right? You don't have to go illegal to do something illegal to somebody. Hence, a classic example, sugar. If you eating vegetable, why are you eating sugar? Why are you putting sugar in your vegetables, right? These are the things that it's not illegal to add sugar, but we know what happens when you add sugar. I remember we went to this Oriental restaurant, all you can eat. And I don't like going there, right?
Yeah.
Every single dish and every single thing, you can get some uncooked items and you can taste sugar in it.
Yeah.
You can get cooked items, there's sugar in it. You can get all kinds of stuff that normally sugar is not in there. It's sugar all in every single dish. I'm talking about, I even ate some pudding and I think they put some sugar in it.
Yeah. I remember that was like our last time going there.
Cut fruits and they got sugar. They sprinkle sugar on them cut fruits, man.
Because I was
what pineapple needs sugar for?
There's a doctor online. I don't want to call his name and mess up your video because I don't want anybody saying anything about copyright. But there's a doctor online who said, not me, not Eco Nation said, the doctor online said that there's an addictive property in refined sugar.
Hmm.
That doctor said it.
Yeah.
And so every time somebody drops sugar in your food and you remember, oh, I like this taste, I love this taste, you're going back to that place for that same item. Yeah,
But
he
Nikki,
said there's an addictive property in that refined sugar. And just think, oh, this is the one thing I wanted to say. So since Eco asked me what I wanted to say. Uh, so this is one thing I wanted to say. Guys, when I started eating healthy food, like literally on the farm, on the farm, I got some meat from the farm where a guy from a Latin country came on the farm and processed the meat, right? They didn't have to wonder what was put in it because it was processed right there on the farm, right? So I got some meat from the farm. That meat tasted so different that I thought it was the fake meat, but it was the real meat.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then the other thing I wanted to say to you guys is I can't see the chat. So if you're saying something, Eco and Gigi will say it. But the other thing I wanted to say to you is the reason I started losing weight was I stopped going super hard on the exercise and started going super hard on the things that I put in my body. When I started
Hmm.
super hard on the things that because the exercise was creating inflammation, which created the cortisol release, which created a problem.
Yep,
Okay,
stress,
so right,
cortisol, weight
right.
gain. Yep.
Yeah. And so I slowed down and I started doing just regular things. So when I like to play pool and when I like to just shoot the basketball, I started doing those things and lifting my legs and doing little things at that time that really caused you to have to move your body and work your muscles, right? On a natural, just like Eco Nation. You working out on Eco Nation. If you walk out on Eco Nation and some of those trails, I mean, that is the exercise, just going to water the plants. So just natural exercise like that, that's what helped me, not that I did some miracle thing. And this is the last thing I want to say. When I started eating real food, do you know that my body is twice my husband's body, right? So we eat different things. We ate different things back then. We eat the same things now. And I lose weight, he gains and maintains his weight.
Hmm.
I eat less, he can eat more, and it all still balances out because we have the real stuff.
And
You're
your
eating
body
real
knows
food,
what to
I
do
and
with
your
eat
it.
body
less.
knows what to do with
Mhm.
real
Right.
food. Your
Yeah.
body does not know what to do with
I'm
chemicals.
not hungry with the little tiny portions. I'm
Mhm.
not hungry because it's quality, not quantity.
And that's what I try to tell people about eating raw, because from a couple of times a year, I'll just go completely raw.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, like you gonna be hungry. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry, because when the foods that truly feed your cells
Yeah.
get into you, when
Say
those
that
get into
again,
your body,
Gigi. Say that
the
again,
food
Gigi.
that feed your cells, because that's
Zell.
what we have to be doing. And we have to be feeding our cells. That's the only way we're gonna be healthy, is that we gotta feed the cells. So once that starts happening, once you give yourself a week, just give yourself a week. I know for some people that is like insane, but give yourself a week of just eating uncooked food, and you'll see the way your body changes tremendously. Let me go to what Love Note says. It says people are changing their eating habits now, and the industry is becoming concerned. All right, let me just stop right there. Just right there off of what you said, Love Note.
Mm.
The industry is absolutely becoming concerned, and guess what they're doing? Now they're saying, okay, people are going away from meat. People don't want to eat animals. They don't want to harm animals, etc., etc. So now they're attacking the other food. They're attacking the vegetables. They're attacking the fruit. they're injecting things. And then you're like, man, I'm still eating all of these fresh fruit and vegetables, but you're buying it from the store though. You're not
Oh,
eating it from your yard. Don't
but that's
interrupt
a
me. I
non-talk
want
point
to be.
because you have stuff like Eco Nation. Cause they and that's a non-talk point because you have Eco Nation. I know Eco wanted to jump in.
No, 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 no. I'm good. I'm good.
No,
I'm
Eco,
I'm,
Eco.
I'm watching. I'm watching my wife just kind of like just be like, oh my God, I want to ride for a minute, but
Somebody keep
I
interrupting me
can't
every time
ride.
I
Boy.
get ready to say
Hey, but no, serious. I had to jump in because I don't want to give them energy. I don't want to give them energy because you guys are giving them the energy they need. You guys are saying, go get your land. You guys are saying, drop your seeds. You guys are saying, know where your food come from. That's the energy right there. So the other forces, hey, they got to come up with something else now. They got to come.
but I'm telling you, I was telling you what they're
I
coming
know,
up with.
I know it's
They
true.
coming up with
I know it's
messing
true.
up that stuff. And
I
so
know it's true,
going back
but
to my
when you
point
plant your
of
own,
you plant your
when
own
you
stuff,
plant your own,
throw them seeds around.
right?
You go and guess what? I get it that the fruit trees are now on average $40 a piece. I get it. But look at what it's going to give you over time. Even if it doesn't give you $40 worth of fruit back, so you'll make your investment back in the first year. Over time, look at what it's going to do for you.
Because
And on top
you're gonna
of
be able to
that,
buy a piece of fruit and it's gonna be expensive.
it's going to be very expensive. And on top of that, it's going to be giving you something that if you avoid all of the chemicals, okay, with planting your stuff, it's going to keep giving you something that you can't get out of the stores anymore. You're not going to be able to get it out of the stores anymore. All
Oh,
what does a pineapple need sugar for? A profile statement. Exactly. What does it need sugar for? I used to tell mother-in-law, stop, don't put sugar
Let me
on
ask you a
fruit
question.
for the kids.
Does pineapple taste the same? Is well, is pineapple consistently the same taste around the board? No. You get some pineapple where it tastes almost like water.
Mm-hmm.
And then some pineapple be
that's
like,
true.
this is a pineapple.
Right.
And
What Lil Gigi and I have learned from that very thing is if you sit them out on the counter and you let them sit there and you let them ripen, once you start to see and smell that pineapple, put it
Right.
up
The
to your nose
sweetness.
and smell the sweetness of that pineapple, then you cut it. So if you get one that is hard, it's all hard, and you can tell that this pineapple is still kind of green. Let
Yeah.
that pineapple just sit there. Let it just sit out on the counter for a week, for 2 weeks, however much time it needs. That pineapple, that green pineapple, is going to start to ripen. It's going to start to release its natural sugars. And
And
that's just,
pineapple.
we eat pineapple every single week, every single week.
but this is the crazy thing. Like I said, this particular restaurant, it's all you can eat, right? And what they're
Yeah. So
doing,
you can come back.
they're putting sugar over
Yeah.
everything, so you will come back.
And they
That's the
lost
whole thing.
us.
Yep.
They lost us.
So you can just
We're
come
not
back.
going back.
I'm
They
like
lost
stuff
us
that
with all the sugar.
really would taste good if it didn't have sugar in it.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
And the
wow.
whole family, literally I remember it so well because that was my time to pay for everybody to eat.
Of course you will remember
It
that.
was my turn to pay for
That stuff
everybody
tastes
to
different when you
eat.
got to pay for it.
And so I was like, man, shoot. And then I'm sitting there and I'm eating and I'm like, this just ain't it.
Good.
Like, this is not it. And everybody was sitting there with like a plate full of food. And I wasn't even upset that they didn't eat it because it just was trash. It was just trash. Nikki, how you doing, Nikki?
What's up, Nikki?
J3GS Farm, saw you. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Who else came in here that we didn't see, that we didn't talk to? I think we spoke to everybody that came in. What low note said down
And
there? Can you blow
did
it
you
up so I
all
can
hear
see?
about the banana? Okay, first the pineapple. That's what I wanted to say. You all were talking about pineapple. Did you know that a doctor recently
That's true.
told one of our friends to put down the orange because the friend was having trouble with the kidney stones. Put down the orange juices, because it had too much of what he didn't need. And then pick up the pineapple. That's when you said pineapple. Said pick up the pineapple as a replacement for that.
And
And
your cranberries and
and the
your
cranberries.
real fresh cranberries. I had a
Right.
kidney stone for the first time in my life ever. And
Wow.
luckily, Growing with Hudson had done a video where she was canning cranberry juice. She was
Okay.
making her own cranberry juice, canning it up. And I had already followed what Growing with Hudson said. No sugar, just canned up the juice, so super simple, so super easy. But I found the fresh cranberry. This time of the year is when you're gonna find your fresh cranberries.
Right.
I did that juice, and when I got that kidney stone, I could tell just from the way that other people have described it that I definitely had a kidney stone.
Yeah.
When I drunk that juice, I could feel it breaking up.
See.
I could feel it off of just some juice that I had canned just watching Growing with Hudson. So
Wow.
I'm telling you, we have got to get back. Nature has provided everything that we need, but we don't know that because we're
Yeah.
addicted to what the companies have done to us. We're so addicted to everything else
Used to
out
be.
there.
We used to be.
We
Remember
used to be, we
our vision
used to
board? Yeah,
be,
used to.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
We used to be
Energy,
so
baby.
addicted
Create that positive
to
energy.
all of that stuff,
Yeah.
all of the chemicals and stuff that, like he said, we don't even that was you said, we don't even know what the real stuff tastes like
Right.
because we used to be so
Take your stuff.
incredibly addicted to all of the chemicals.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Let's
Well,
see.
guys, we've talked about, a lot of food. So the meat that I was cooking on my video, I'm about to go eat it.
All right, Auntie Viv.
Yeah, we finna
Thank
get
you for
ready to get
coming
out
up.
All
of
We
here.
right,
appreciate
guys. Thank you so much for
Thank you for
hanging
coming.
in there with us as we talk about all these 400 people in your chat. Wow, I'll get there one day. All right, guys.
All right. Peace.
Take care, y'all. So
All right. So we used to grow some pineapples. The watery ones occurred when there was too much rain. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have a few pineapple plants growing now. We're going to start taking them a little more serious because in the past we have not taken them serious. We're going to start taking them a little more serious than we have been in the past because we spend a lot of money on pineapples, particularly little Gigi. She's going to spend money on her
she killed them
pineapples, but
pineapples.
she understands like it has these great nutrients in it that's going to help with issues of digestion and all
I'm
of that
definitely
type of stuff. And so
gonna grow
she
more
is like,
watermelon
"Yep,
too.
I'm growing it." But we have hopefully over the next week or so we'll be harvesting some watermelon out here too, y'all. That's what we do when we see the fruit flies buzzing around it, cut it. Yep, that's when it's nice and sweet. And you see that. I have a lot to do. Much love and blessings to y'all. Blessings back to you, Miss Native. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. Let's see. Are we at the bottom?
Yeah, we're at the
We at
bottom.
the bottom of the chat. But thank you guys for coming in. We really appreciate it. You hanging out with us for the last almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Eco neighbor.
Yeah, thank you all for coming in. And of course, this is Gigi Naturals channel. And we really appreciate you. I'm honored to be a guest on her channel and Auntie Bev's channel. I'm just honored to just be here amongst you all. But I just want to encourage you all as we go throughout this week, y'all. Let's start being intentional about what we're doing. Let's really think about all facets of our life, right? Let's think about what we take in. Let's think about our time. Let's think about giving. Let's think about moving in a fashion that we are appreciative of the things that we have. If you're able to raise your head, to open up your eyes, to move, think about it. It's people that have went through something yesterday where they can't even put their hands to their mouth, right? They can't even raise their head. But you are able to do this. You're able to come in the chat, to talk to each other, to fellowship with each other. And I hope this is a warm and inviting place that you all can do that. And we just real people, and we love real people, and we love genuine people. You're going to see the good side. You're going to see the maybe not so pleasant side. But one thing about it, hopefully you'll see the consistent piece that you can feel like you're part of this family. And we appreciate you all for coming in and taking a portion of your time, a moment of your time. And we hope that you was motivated, inspired to continue to begin this week in a healthy place, in a healthy mindset. And we've listened to some testimonies where people have came in who weren't doing so well, and now they're in progress into doing well. And we continue to hope that you still move in a positive direction and move in a growing direction. And let me switch around my hat, because G Hood got me all hooked up right here with the hat. The goal is whenever you come up, when you come to this channel, that you grow. I want you all, if you can, to share. If something was edifying, inspiration to you, please share it. Please share with other people. And please don't forget to like it. And if you're not sub, please sub. I know I'm all over the place. My YouTube studio be telling me you need to stay focused. If I listen to YouTube studio, I would still be in a lift. One of my hottest videos is me being in a, what is that? That J3GL. It's like a lift. I was working on doing shutters on the house
when we were doing repairs on the house.
If I listen to the algorithm, that's all I would do. That's all this channel would do. It tells me that I need to stay focused. And I apologize, y'all. But I want you all to see that I believe I live just like you. I enjoy life. I enjoy my family. I enjoy Gigi. I enjoy the homestead. Enjoy nature, y'all. Get out into nature. The weather is getting ready to be very divine. It's going to bless you. Get some vitamin D and enjoy life. And don't be so stressed, y'all. Let go. If you can't pay that bill, you can't pay that bill. Ain't nothing you can do about it. They're going to have to wait until payday. If I'm having a good time, enjoy the good time. If I'm sitting down at a good meal today, enjoy that good meal. And don't eat so fast. Slow it down. You know what I'm saying? If you're sitting to a nice restaurant, you got good company, or you just sitting fellowshipping with somebody, slow it down.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned from going into Texas Day, Brazil the other day, was that everybody was just sitting there and just really enjoying. I was like, yeah, this is what I needed. I needed this. I needed to get into where I just slowed down and then just took some time to just truly just enjoy the meal, enjoy different flavors, just eat, drink, and be merry.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, y'all's girl.
Enjoy it, you too, y'all's girl.
Thank you,
Brenda King. How you doing? Laura.
Have a blessed one, Brenda.
Y'all take care and be well. And don't forget to keep on growing. By all means, by any means necessary. Just make sure you grow.
All right. Take care, Laura.
Take care, y'all.
Bye, y'all.